Just keep it real. Big John Steel. Tell me how you feel. Convince me where the top go. Just keep it real. Big John Steel. Tell me how you feel. Convince me where the top go. Jesus is king. Big John Steel. Jesus is king. Big John Steel. Bro, you don't make any sense. Slow down a second, it's making you tense. When I be talking, just don't interrupt. I say the truth, you get salty for what? Give me an argument, not an assertion. I'm almost convinced that you're not a real person. Why are you galloping? What do you gish? Topic to topic, you flop like a fish. Say what
hopefully this time we actually went live. Last time I did a big intro and no one was there. It's just me.
That's so awkward.
It was awkward. It was awkward. We're gonna have a special guest today, but they won't be on until a little later. What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Hope all things are well. Smash the like button, share the live, do the things you need to do. Let's get this going. Let's get this going.
Give me some logic, I just wanna know.
Why would I shave?
So toxic, bro, I'm on a roll.
What is with you guys in my face?
I be too busy to suffer a clown. Say that you hold
what is with you guys in my face? Let me have a face. Alright?
I like your
face. Let me have a face. You guys, every time I shave, you guys make me feel like a pile of crap. Oh, look at you, you're so ugly. You're like sickly. What's wrong with you?
For those that I've reached, I've been living my purpose. This ain't at all about the money.
What happened?
Trying to lift up the soul is just real.
You don't have to stare at it, you can just listen to it. Can't grow it out. It's against Abby's rules.
True.
Watch the podcast, we talk about that.
Jesus is king. Jesus is king.
We had a beard, but we don't know how big. We don't know how big. Baby John Steele. Oh God, I'm sore, ladies and gentlemen. I am sore.
Too.
I am so sore.
We're getting back into it.
Yeah, just starting to get back into working out like we used to. And now my body is just wrecked. And I'm exhausted. I'm sore. I'm grumpy. I'm all bad things right now. It hurts to move. It hurts to poop.
What? They didn't need to know that.
Well, now they do.
Is it like your abs?
No,
Jesus.
Oh. Sitting down.
Where the hell's my pen? What'd you do with my pen, woman?
I didn't do anything.
What'd you do with my pen?
Nothing.
Jesus is king. Jesus is king.
That's not the one I wanted, but I found it. But you know when your like legs are sore, you got to do one of these.
You gotta just. Did I ever tell you about how one of the solo bathrooms at my work got like handles for one of the kids because they needed it to sit down, and I used that one all the time when I did leg day because I was like, I need this.
Jesus is king.
Jesus is king. Big John Steele. I know that's off sequence. You went back to the gym today? Congratulations. I've still been going to the gym. I just haven't been training hard. Because life, and then I took like a month off when all the things happened. And now Monday and Tuesday I went and I trained. I tried to train like I normally train, and oh my God. One thing I didn't do. New profile picture is fire, right? Shout out to Striker for the emojis. I didn't put the new emojis in yet, but I will get it to eventually as soon as I remember it. Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, we got back to training like we used to train, and I tried to push myself. Granted, the only thing I'd skipped on was like we do these jumping lunges, and I know jumping lunges kill my legs because I got little chicken legs. And so I'm doing these jumping lunges, and like I'm stopping halfway through. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to push myself through these jumping lunges because I will not be able to do anything at all if I do those jumping lunges. So I just didn't do that, but I'm still deadly sore. My abs are killing me. We did like how many sit-ups on Monday?
A lot.
We did well over like 200 sit-ups on Monday.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was insane. It was, for some reason, it's like, let's do a bunch of sit-ups at the start of the class, and then we're going to do 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20. Yeah, about over 150 at the end of the class, because like each person got to pick a sit-up workout that was like 20. We all did 20 each, but like, bro, I'm like, nah. It was too much. Then the cardio almost killed me too. I was dead. I was dead. Oh, there's my other pen. I found it, Abby.
I'm happy for you.
Why'd you put it there? Why did you put it there at all places? You could have put it anywhere. But you decided to put it there. You decided to put it there.
Striker says, we know you didn't stream yesterday, John. I was off from work and you hurt my fifis and I may not be able to forgive you.
That's okay. In the gym listening to live. There you go. Let's go. I told you I was going to probably take a day off on Tuesday. I streamed for 8 days straight for you heathens. 8 days straight.
It's a lot.
For 3 to 4 hours every day. That's a lot of streaming. That's a lot of performance. This takes energy, you know? This takes energy. 8 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I took a Tuesday off and I'm not forgiven. Even the Lord took a day off. Even God took a day. And he did it once every 7 days. I did 8 days. 8 days. My goodness, these people. Ungrateful heathens. Every one of them. Everybody gets shade because Striker. Because Striker. Okay, I forgive you, but only because Jesus says so. Only because Jesus says so. Only because Jesus says so. All right, guys, smash the like button, share the live. Today we are doing no good reason to be a Muslim. I decided. I vetoed all of you. And that is the topic that we are doing today because we're going to be taking a guest today.
Special guest.
Special guest.
Special secret guest.
Special secret guest. And I don't like that.
We'll see if anyone can guess.
I don't like that at the top. I'm going to have to get rid of that. I'll do it later. You can barely see it anyways. There's a view counter.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice it.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't even count TikTok for some reason. It just says there's viewers. It just says 0 for TikTok, even though it is connected to it. My Bible is my gym. Yes. Okay. I get what you're saying and good for you for reading the Bible. I'm very proud of you. You're a very good Christian, but you got to work out too. Keep your body healthy.
Your body is the temple of the Lord.
Take care of it. And that doesn't mean you have to go to the gym. Just, go for a walk every day or every couple of days. That does a walk.
Walking is great for you.
Is amazing. Walking is one of the best exercises you can do.
It's good for your body and it's good for your mind.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Get a walk in or something. Get a walk in or something. All right, guys, smash the like button, share the live. Abby.
Yes.
Open up the floodgates.
Okay.
Open up the floodgates. And then we're going to start taking guests. As soon as we get to, we only got 30 likes on TikTok. So as soon as we get to 500 likes on TikTok, we'll start taking guests. Until then, no guests.
We're just hanging out.
Until then, we're just hanging out. Until then, you just got to have to look at my face. I need at least 500 likes on TikTok, and then we could start taking guests. 80 is crazy work. One person can do 500 in less than a minute. So bare minimum 500. See, look, we're already at 233. This takes seconds. Literally seconds. That's all it takes. How dare I? Stop it. Leave my face alone. Leave my face. Somebody said 1K to be honest. I mean, we're already at 600. We might as well go to 1,000.
Somebody said, where is it? Oh, you should debate people on Halloween. We tried that. It was boring.
Yeah, nobody's online on Halloween. They're out with
maybe
their kids
on Halloween we'll do it.
On Halloween?
No, I think they meant the topic of Halloween.
On the topic of Halloween.
And I said it was boring, but
the Christians will be on that.
Well, we won't. No, it won't be. We'll get all the people that don't celebrate Halloween.
Exactly.
Because they got nothing else to do.
Exactly.
They're not out having fun getting candy.
Oh, we don't have any guests. We got a Christian. I thought we had more. I thought I'd seen a queue full of people there. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Yo, John Steele. I'm Alex. I'm good. I'm 25. How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. All right. There's no good reason to be a Muslim.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I had a quick question, if that's okay. It is against
I guess.
30 seconds. Thanks, man. How do you argue against the Calvinist position?
I don't.
You're Calvinist?
I'm not a Calvinist. I just don't argue against it.
Oh, you just choose not to argue against the position. Yeah. Okay.
I don't do infighting.
Right. Well, thanks, Big John.
No problem. God bless.
I loved that.
Oh, that was great.
Hello, I'm Alex.
Wait, shit. No, Oh,
I have Islamic counter-apologetic I've never seen streamers such as yourselves use. Potentially you could try it. Why would people in Muhammad's time believe him? As Islam's proofs are only relevant to today. E.g. preservation.
because he was an honest guy. That's what they say. What white balance do I want here?
No. Ooh.
Obviously not, Abby. Obviously not. This is not the white balance we're doing. Let's go. I don't, because it keeps changing my white balance on me, so I'm just gonna set it because I had it set to auto. That's still a little too yellow. Well, let's try 3,800. That's a little too white. So between the two, 4,200. How's that?
Still kind of white.
Still kind of white. Let's try 45. How's that?
That's pretty good.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Looks kind of tingy and pale. Let's set it back to the auto.
I'm sure that's not just you.
Just throwing shade. Just throwing shade. Well, auto looks good all of a sudden. Well, if we need to, we'll go back to 42 because it just keeps shifting for some reason. White John Steele. White John Steele. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Good. I'm 19. I'm a follower of Christ. I just had a question for you because you said you're an ex-atheist turned Christian. I just want to see your reasoning. I'm just curious.
If you want my testimony, I got a bunch of videos on my YouTube. Go check those out.
Also,
What's your
Fresh
YouTube
Bueller's
channel?
podcast is
Also, I did an
an
interview on it on the Goat Show.
The Goat
as well.
Show? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your YouTube?
My YouTube's Big John Steele. Don't say the word.
Okay.
I shouldn't have said the words. Dang it.
Thank you. God bless, brother.
All right, God bless. I said the words. Smash. Dang it. We love TikTok. TikTok's amazing. TikTok's so great. We love TikTok every single day. TikTok shop is so cool. Yeah, TikTok rules. We love our Chinese overlords. TikTok's the best. Communism rocks.
What?
China's communist.
Somebody's gonna clip that.
Guys, smash the like button, share the live so we can get out to the Muslims. There's no good reason to be a Muslim. Prove me wrong. Win a taco. That is today's challenge. I love TikTok with a passion. I absolutely freaking love TikTok with a passion. Love it so great. W communism all day, every day.
Somebody said, do you still stream on Twitter? We do.
Yep.
I don't think anyone watches it, but we do.
No, it's right now. We're on Twitter.
It's on now. Yep.
We're on Twitter. Freaking guy. This guy. Send it to heaven. Send it to paradise. Pork tacos? Yeah, it could be a pork taco if they want. 100%.
Whatever kind of taco you want.
Whatever kind of taco they want. You give me a good reason to be a Muslim, I'll give you a taco. Your title here permanently into the grifter folder, such a terrible use of my life. Why is it a terrible use of my life? Come up and discuss it. Click the link and let's have a discussion on why it's a terrible use of my life. Terrible use of my life.
I love chicken tacos.
I love steak tacos. That's where it's at. Is a good old fashioned steak taco is the best. You cannot beat it. Cannot beat it at all. And I'm just trying to get the chat to show up here as well. Trying to get that to happen. John, give us a good reason for TikTok live win a taco. What the heck am I? All of a sudden I'm just getting spam messages from some randoms.
I got a spam message too just now. Weird.
Report spam and leave.
Was it from Kaylee?
No.
Oh.
No. My God, what a freaking email. Okay. Hold on. Abby, can you talk to the chat? Because I got to type out this stupid email that he sent me.
Why are you Oh, yes.
Oh, I already have it saved in my thing. I've emailed him before, I guess.
Did we see the eye poke Tom Aspinall got? I saw a lot of controversy about it. I didn't see it actually happen.
Bro got two fingers like straight in the eyeballs.
I saw that, and that seems a little sus.
Two straight in the eye. And everybody's mad at him for not fighting. He's like, why are you booing me? I can't see.
I don't think you guys understand how bad an eye poke hurts. You can't do anything.
You can't. You're done. Like there's a reason eye pokes are illegal, because like everybody would just go for eye pokes and they would go to win the fight.
And they would just win because
as soon as
you
get an eye
cannot
poke,
see, your eyes just watering. It's like twitching because it hurts so bad, and the light hurts and you can't see.
And you got to remember,
tears are coming down your face.
These eye pokes aren't light touches. These are people going full. I remember I was doing it. There's a game that we do as a warm up in our classes where it's like a shoulder touch game. So it helps you use footwork and momentum and work your range. And you're just trying to touch a person's shoulder. I was doing it with a new guy, and he went to go touch my shoulder. He went full finger straight in my eyeball. I dropped like a sack of potatoes, man. I was like on the ground, like, and like it hurts.
It's
so
the
and
force of a punch.
And I had a big old black eye too. It's
just
like
in your eye.
Yeah, you're done. It hurts so much. Hurts so much. The eye poke. Abby, if you had to take an eye poke or a liver shot, what are you taking?
Liver shot.
Yeah. I'm taking liver shot too. Yeah, liver shot also sucks. Like that's a weird one. You get a liver shot and your body's like, I'm okay, and then it's like, no, it's not.
It just shuts off.
Everything just shuts off. You're like, bro, everything just shuts off and you're just dead. You're just gone.
Funky says, John, you failed to remember that I am built different.
You're not built different. You are not built different. 100 viewers. How many viewers you got? Where's your viewers? We've just started. Give it time. Give it time, my friend. We just clicked live. But yeah, how many viewers do you got? And actually, we got more than 100. We got about 200 and something. Can't even count. Actually, no, we got almost 300 if you incorporate all platforms. Am I going to discuss the title topic? I'm waiting for a guest. I'm waiting for somebody to come up. This is actually this is actually like not a unique thing. I was watching Dean the other day. Dean was having the same issue. He couldn't get a guest up for his topic either. People aren't coming up to do the topics anymore. It might be the end of debating online. I doubt it though. The atheist experience has been doing this for a long time.
People will always want to argue.
People will always want to argue about things. People will always want to argue about things. Anyways, guys, smash the like button, share the live. No good reason to be a Muslim. Prove me wrong. If you have a Muslim friend, send this to your Muslim friends.
I think the Muslims are just scared. If
we don't get any Muslims here, eventually, we will switch it over to just Christianity, is true. And then we'll take on some atheists. What's
going on, Big D?
How you doing, man? Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
What's going on, Big D? I'm 24 years old.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hold on, it's lagging. I'm a request again, okay?
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you? It's screen recording. That's what's happened. When you come up in your screen recording, that's when that feedback happens. Oh, he left again. Oh, he's back. Back left.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, we're good. How old are you?
I'm 24 years old.
All right, bro. There's no good reason to be a Muslim. Prove me wrong.
I wasn't screen recording, by the way.
Fair enough.
But
I'm just throwing shade for the sake of throwing shade.
That's okay. So how about I ask you that question? Why do you think there's no good reason to be a Muslim?
I haven't seen any convincing evidence. I haven't seen no data for it, and I see contradictory things in history in Islam. So, for example, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ.
Right. So, when you want to talk about contradictions, you don't think the Bible has any contradictions?
That's not what we're talking about today, is it?
Yeah, but you're saying that. Okay, what contradictions have you seen with the crucifixion?
The fact that the historical consensus, right, amongst all historians, pretty much, is that Jesus Christ was crucified, and that Islam comes 600 years later and says that he wasn't. That's a reason not to trust it. And also put a smoke detector in your smoke detector, or a battery in your smoke detector.
Why are you saying that? Because I'm black?
I'm saying that because I can hear the beep. How am I supposed to know you're black? How am I supposed to know that?
It's kind of racist, bro. This is why I don't join Christianity.
To know you're black?
You guys, first of all, you guys are very judgmental. Like, you can never go to a church without getting touched by a pastor or by getting fucking judged, right? Sorry, excuse my language.
How am I supposed to know you were black? Answer the question.
You just said a racist joke, bro. Second of all, you guys are very biased.
I could hear your smoke detector.
This is why I love Islam, because Islam doesn't judge by race.
Bro, I could hear your
Islam-
smoke detector.
Islam is the cure to racism. That's one good thing
I
about
can
it.
hear
How
your
about- how
smoke
about that?
detector. So hold
about
on,
that?
hold on. Explain to me how it's racist if I can hear a smoke detector beep and I tell you to put a battery in your smoke detector.
Where? I haven't heard anything.
Abby,
What?
did you hear it?
It is literally chirping in the background. And I bet you left so we can't hear it anymore. But where it's on YouTube, we can just rewind.
I didn't leave.
Chad, did you hear a smoke detector? I heard it. Bro.
Hey, so. Hello?
I just
Still
heard
hear
it.
it in the
I
background.
just heard it.
And you did leave
No,
to
that's
try
not
and
foot-
mute it. You did
That's
try.
not foot massage. No, I
I
didn't. I'm
just
still in the same room. What are you guys talking about?
There it is again.
Wait, I'm tripping. I don't hear it. That's not the smoke
been
detector,
going
you
so
dumbass.
long.
This is my
been
foot
going-
massaging machine. Listen.
That's not what we're hearing. I hear your foot massaging machine. That's not what we were hearing. We were hearing a smoke detector beep.
No, I think you guys
Been
are
going
tweaking.
so long, he's dead.
Okay, anyways, let's get back to the point, right? You're saying there's no good reason to be a Muslim?
Yeah.
Well, in Islam, it teaches you not to steal. It teaches you not to use usury. It teaches you not to fornicate. It teaches you not to be intoxicated. It teaches you to have good manners. Your characteristics is what counts as a Muslim, not your good deeds. So you could have all the good deeds in the world, but if you're morally a shitty person, then your good deeds really don't matter. Well,
Okay,
it does matter, but like
Well,
your
hold on.
character
Is it the fact that you follow these rules, or is it the fact that you're judged by these rules? Which one?
Well, you are judged by these rules, and also on top of that, you're allowed to judge a person based off their morality. So if you see a person stealing,
So like the rules, can I follow those rules without being Muslim?
yeah, you can, but this is what Islam teaches you.
Yeah. So I can follow all those rules without being Muslim, though.
Yeah, but will you?
So then I don't need Islam, do I?
Well, yeah, you do.
Why do I
Well,
need
the difference
Islam if I
between
can
the-
follow the
listen.
rules without being Muslim? Like, for example, a Buddhist is probably more pious than a Muslim.
Yeah, but you could also debate that a Muslim is more pious than a Christian.
Sure, but then I don't need to be a Muslim. I could be a Buddhist instead. Still not a good reason to be a Muslim.
If that's the case, then you also don't have to be a Christian. Like, what's the point of being a Christian then?
You keep trying to shift it to Christianity. That's not the topic.
What is it? Okay, so your topic is no good reason to be Muslim?
Mm-hmm.
Well, those are all good reasons. Islam teaches you to do that.
Yeah, but I don't need Islam
You don't
to do
have
those
to.
things.
You don't need Islam to do that. But that's what Islam teaches you. That's what Islam is all about.
Okay, so that's not a good reason to be a Muslim because I don't need to be a Muslim to do those things.
So
I can do those things absent being a Muslim.
Being morally correct is not a good reason to be Muslim.
Morally correct according to what standard?
So being a good person is not a good reason.
Oh, hold on.
to be
Morally
Muslim.
correct according to what standard?
To Islam.
Okay, so why is Islamic the correct standard?
Because that's what a good person does, even for
Like for
philosophically.
example, I don't think it's right to sleep with children, but Islam's okay with it.
So is Christianity. Don't say it's not, because it is. I could pull up verses right now.
Even if Christianity
How
was
old-
okay
how
with it,
old-
which it's
how
not, you
old
keep
was Mary
shifting.
when Joseph married-
Even
How
if
old was
hold
Mary
on,
when
hold on,
Joseph
hold
married
on,
her?
hold on,
No,
hold
because
on,
you
hold
guys
on,
wanna
hold
use
on,
that. You
hold
guys-
on, hold on. Don't be scared, right? You're trying to shift to Christianity because you're so
No, it's
scared
not,
of
because
defending
that's
your own
all you
religion.
guys have against Islam. But really, like
hold
every
on,
religion.
hold on.
has done
I'm
that.
going to grant your argument. You're going to win. Take a W. If you shut up, you're going to take a W right now.
All
Right,
go
but
ahead.
you're so scared of shutting up, you can't take a W. I'm going to grant that Christianity does teach that. Okay. Now I'm going to say I'm no longer a Christian because I don't like it. Why should I be a Muslim?
Repeat that one more time.
I'm going to grant that Christianity does teach that. And because I don't think that's right or true, I'm going to leave Christianity. I'm no longer a Christian. Why should I be a Muslim?
Because Islam doesn't teach that. Islam doesn't teach to marry children.
It doesn't teach that you have to. It says that you can.
No, it doesn't.
Yes,
You
it
have to be
does.
mature. You have to be mature physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
Really?
It doesn't mean you have to.
Really?
Yes.
So you want to go to
Yes, really.
65.4?
Sure, let's go ahead.
Okay. Is this your first time reading it?
What, the Quran?
No, 65.4. But I guess the Quran, yeah.
That's the Quran, right?
It's in the Quran, yeah.
All right, let me pull out the Quran. Let's read it.
Okay, ready? I got you, bro. I got you.
As for your women past the age of
I'm gonna read it.
menstruation-
I'm gonna read it. You have your own. You can read along.
Okay.
I want to read it. Right? It's my show. I want to put on a performance. Okay. All right. As for your women past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know, their waiting period is 3 months. What are they waiting for?
Their period.
For those women past their periods, in case you did not know, their waiting period is 3 months. What are they waiting for?
How about you scroll to the verse before that?
Sure. We can go all the way to verse 1. We can read the whole thing if you want to. Let's do it.
Right.
O prophet, instruct the believers when you intend to divorce women.
Divorce. Hold on,
Yes.
hold on.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
about divorce.
Yes, it's about divorce. 100%. Let's read it together. We're going to read the whole. We're going to read 1 all the way to
This is
4. We're not
teaching
going to
what
take it out of
happens.
context. All right.
Hold on,
No, you
before
wanted
you
me to.
start
You
reading,
wanted me to
before-
read it. You wanted me to read it. So you're going to take
Before
your
you
lips. You're going
start
to zip
reading,
them up.
before you
You're gonna
start
zip-
reading. Okay, but
You're
before
going
you
to stop
start
talking.
reading, let me
I'm
say
going to read the
something.
whole thing. No.
Before you start
I can
reading,
read. I'm
let me
going to
say
read, and then
something.
you could do. Then you could do your thing.
Oh my
All right?
God,
All right.
bro. Okay, go ahead.
O prophet, instruct the believers when you intend to divorce women. Divorce them with the concern of the waiting period and count it accurately. And fear Allah, your Lord. Do not force them out of their homes, nor should they leave unless they commit a blatant misconduct. These are the limits of by Allah. And whoever transgresses Allah's limits has truly wronged his own soul. You never know, perhaps Allah will bring about a change of heart later. Then, when they are almost reached the end of their waiting period, either retain them honorably or separate them honorably, and call 2 of your reliable men to witness. Either way, and let them witness, bear true testimony for the sake of Allah. This is enjoined on whoever has faith in Allah and the last day. Whoever is mindful of Allah, He will make a way for them and provide for them the sources they could never imagine. And whoever puts their trust in Allah, then He alone is sufficient for them. Certainly Allah achieves His will. Allah has already set a destiny for everything. As for your women past the age of menstruation, in case you did not know, their waiting period is 3 months. What are they waiting for?
For to see if they're pregnant or not.
Why would they wait to see if they're pregnant or not? What are they going to do?
Before they move on to their
What are
next
they going to
marriage.
do? What are they going to do?
Brother, Big John.
Before they
And
move on to
sometimes
their
it's
next
not-
marriage.
It's not the eyes. Sometimes
Before
it's not the eyes. that are blind,
before they
it's
move
the
on to
heart
the
that's
next
there.
marriage, right? What do
Yeah.
married couples do?
What the heck? Well, where's the correlation with this in age? Where does it
I'll
say
show
age?
you. I'll show you. What do married couples do?
They have sex.
Oh, great. All right. So these people have to
They
wait 3
reproduce.
months before they move on to the next marriage before they have sex. And those who have not menstruated as well. Who are those who have not menstruated, my friend?
Well, menstruated as in like they did not menstruate, as if they weren't pregnant, as if they're pregnant. The people that are pregnant don't menstruate.
What?
That doesn't make any sense. Because then it goes on
Women
to say,
who are
as for
pregnant do
those who
not
are
have
pregnant.
periods, brother.
Who are people
Big John,
and those
Big
who
John.
have not menstruated? It doesn't say that they don't menstruate now. It says they have.
Read the next
Not-
sentence, buddy. Read the next sentence.
Who just answer the question? Who are those? Who are those that have not?
Your answer is in the next sentence. Your answer is in the next
Not-
sentence. Read it.
Not menstruated as well.
Read the next sentence. There's your answer, buddy.
As for those who are pregnant, so then clearly there's a distinction between those who have not menstruated and those who are pregnant. As for those who are pregnant, their waiting period ends with delivery. Because their waiting period ends with delivery, those who have not menstruated ends at 3 months.
Does it say
it's not
have,
pregnant
have
people.
sex with little kids? Does it have?
It's not
does it say
pregnant
have sex with
people.
little kids?
It's not
Does it say
pregnant
have
people.
sex with little kids?
It's not
That's
pregnant.
the difference between
It's not
Christianity
pregnant
and
people,
Islam
is
too,
it?
brother.
It's not
Yeah,
pregnant
it is.
people, is it?
It's explaining why for those who have not menstruated. It's explaining why. The next sentence.
Great.
So
do you take Ibn Kathir?
What?
Do you trust Ibn Kathir?
Who's Ibn Kathir?
One of your guys' scholars. Do you trust the Hadith and the Tafsir?
There's plenty of scholars, brother.
Ibn
Every
Kathir,
scholar
Ibn
has a
Kathir
different
is the
view.
highest regarded scholar.
Okay, do you trust your government? Oh, you live in America, I assume, right?
No,
Where do you live at?
doesn't matter. It's irrelevant to what we're talking about. Do you trust the
You live in
Tafsir?
America. Let's say hypothetically.
I
you
do
don't
not live in America.
You live in a Western country, right? You live in a Western country? How about
Yes.
that? Here's a less broad question. You
West
live in a
is
Western
relevant
country?
depending where you are.
What was the legal age of marriage in the 1800s for every
Don't
Western
know.
country?
Don't care. I'll condemn
You
them.
don't know? How about you search it up just like they searched up the Quran?
Let's say it's 2 years old. I condemn them for doing it. Now, can you answer
Okay,
the
thank you.
questions? Do
We
you
also
accept
condemn
Tafsir?
child rape. You also condemn
Yes. Anybody who
child
sleeps with a child, I
marriages, we also-
condemn.
we
I
condemn all
condemn
that. What are you
everybody who
talking
sleeps with children. Okay, you got it.
Yes.
All right, now.
Got it. Cool.
Now, do you trust the
All right,
Tafsir?
how old? Okay, with that being said,
Do- Do
Hold
you
on,
trust
hold
the Tafsir?
Give me 1 second to.
You're trying to run. You're
No,
literally
I'm
got
not
your
trying
runners
to.
on.
I'm trying to
You got
counter
your
your
runners on. You're down in your
Your
sprinting
runners,
position.
obviously, 'cause you
You're
don't wanna
looking
hear
at
this
that finish
question,
line.
right?
You're
'Cause
like,
you
bro,
know-
I got a bolt.
How
I
old
got a
was Joseph
bolt.
when he married Mary?
Imagine
How old
being
was
allergic
Watch
to
this.
questions.
Watch this.
Mary was 12 years old
Watch
and
this.
Joseph
Hold
was
on.
90.
Watch this. Watch this. If Joseph had sex with Mary when she was 12 years old and he was 80, I condemn him for doing that.
So you condemn Joseph,
Look
which
how
was a
easy
prophet
that
to you guys.
was. Look how easy that was.
All right, so you
Now it's
condemn
your turn.
Christianity, basically.
Now your turn. No, your
You
turn.
condemn Christianity.
Your turn.
If Christianity actively teaches child marriage or that you can sleep with children and that's a good thing, I condemn it.
In today's age, if somebody sleeps with a child, that's morally wrong. I can agree.
So morals change throughout time?
Yes, it does.
So then they're not objective.
No, morality does not change over time. I disagree with that.
Okay.
But people today are not like how people were 1,400 years ago.
Yep.
Can we agree to that?
Yep. This is the
Do you see-
Quran.
do you
Hold
see
on.
Seth?
Hold on. Is the
Do you
Quran
see-
for
do you
people?
see
Hold on.
10
Hold on.
feet
Hold on. Is the Quran for people for all time and all places?
Yeah.
So then who are the women who have not
Where in the
menstruated?
Quran does it say to sleep with children? Where in the
Right
Quran?
here.
Show me one sentence. No, you're
You're
misreading
looking at
your,
it with your own two eyes. You can see it. You
You're
want to read? You want to
misinterpreting
read
it.
the tafsir with it? Let's read the tafsir with it.
Let's read the tafsir. Go ahead.
Let's read the tafsir. Ibn Kathir. Allah the Exalted
Bro.
clarifies the waiting period of women in menopause, and that is one who menstruates has stopped due to her older age. Her iddah. What is an iddah? What is an iddah? What is an
there you go.
iddah?
There's the answer.
What's an iddah? What's an
It does
iddah?
3 months like those in the menopause. This is the meaning of his saying.
What is
for
iddah?
those who have no courses for his saying.
We're gonna keep reading. Stop being scared. What's an iddah?
I just read it.
What is it? What iddah is? Ain't got
3
no
months
iddah,
instead of
no
three-
no hiddah, no iddah, no iddah, no hiddah, right? Okay. Is 3 months instead of 3 month cycles for those who menstruated, which is based upon the ayah in Surat al-Baqarah, C2228. The same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation. Their iddah is 3 months.
Okay, keep reading it.
What's that going to change?
Keep reading it. Keep reading it. This is the meaning of his saying, and for those who have no courses.
Rest in peace, bro. Okay, so
Brother.
why should I be
And
why
for those who have
hold
no
on.
courses. What does that
Hold
mean?
on. You said
it, bro. You're misinterpreting shit, bro. Like you can't fucking pick and choose what the fuck you want to say.
Okay, so you said the reason to be Muslim is because of its good morals. Here's a moral standard that I am against. So why is there a good reason to be a Muslim?
I just told you a million reasons why to be a good Muslim.
You said the morals. I disagree with the morals. So
do you know one Muslim today? Do you know one Muslim personally that you know that sleeps with children? Do you know one Muslim today? I can name plenty of pastors. I can name plenty of pastors who's molested children.
I can name a Muslim I can name a Muslim who actively defends child marriage and sleeping with children. David Hikikachu.
David who?
David Hikikachu, a prominent Muslim apologist.
Brother, each Muslim and each scholar is going to have their own specific
You just asked
opinion.
me to name
Doesn't
one. I'm
mean
just
you go and
answering your
follow it.
question.
We don't
You
follow
asked the
scholars.
question.
We follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi
You
wasallam.
asked the
His
question.
Peace and blessings be upon him, and we follow Allah.
You
book.
asked the question.
The book
Why are
doesn't
you
go and say-
upset? You asked the question. I'm just answering the question. You just said to
Okay,
name
and I'm
one, so I
answering your
did.
problem. No good reason to be Muslim. Prove me wrong. I'm proving you wrong.
Okay, what's the good reason to be a Muslim?
There's many reasons why.
What?
If you search up the top 10 greatest people in history, guess who's going to be in the top 5?
Jesus?
Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, Jesus is one of them,
Yeah.
May peace and blessings be upon him too. We love Jesus,
Okay.
bro. Why?
Right.
Like you act like we hate Jesus.
So
love
good
Jesus.
reason to be Muslim is because people said that
we follow
Muhammad's
the
one
words of Jesus
Hold
too.
on,
He was
hold on.
circumcised. The same
Hold
teachings
on,
that Prophet Muhammad
on.
teach, peace be
Bro.
upon him, is the same teachings that Jesus taught also.
Bro is so scared.
me
It's not
wrong on
even
that.
funny. So your
I'm not
argument,
scared, bro.
Bro, you're
I'm proving you
so
wrong.
scared.
He has been kicked off the end. Just
No, I'm having fun with this.
No,
one.
don't kick me out. Don't kick me out.
So your argument is that Muhammad's in one of the top 5 people in history, so therefore that's a good reason to be a Muslim.
Scratch that.
Yet so is
Scratch
Jesus.
that. Hold on.
Right? Oh,
Okay.
Scratch it. We're not using that argument anymore? Okay, it was great. It was a trash argument. So you have a better one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The same teachings that the Prophet Muhammad taught is the same teachings that Jesus taught.
Okay.
Can you prove me wrong on that?
Yeah, sure. Show me where Jesus said that you could sleep with children.
The Prophet didn't say to sleep with children. What are you talking about?
He right there said that you could do it in 65:4. Who wrote the Quran?
Show me a hadith. Show me one hadith that says it's okay for you to touch a child. Show me one hadith. You're laughing, bro, because you're coping. Keep coping, brother.
Sure. Yeah.
Go ahead. Show me one hadith.
What is the
Joseph would teach you that. How about that? So Joseph could teach you that. Same thing with Isaac and Rebecca. How old was Rebecca when Isaac married her?
Okay, Surah.
How old was Rebecca?
Hold on, you wanted the hadith. I got a hadith
Rebecca
for you.
was 3
I got a
years
hadith
old.
for you. I got a hadith for
3.
you, bro. I got a hadith for you. So the hadith
Marrying of a daughter by her father. Go ahead.
that the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old and consummated the marriage when she was 9 years old. Is Muhammad a sinner?
No, he's not. If she menstruated, bro, you can't keep. Listen, people
You just asked me to
historically
show
would
you a
tell
hadith that says that you could sleep with children. There it is.
if she was menstruating, she's not a child.
And
Wow.
there it is.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Here's my explanation to this. Here's my explanation to this.
All right, hold on.
You
Let me
can
just
ask
ask you.
any
Let me ask you a
historian.
question.
You
Let me
can
ask you a
ask-
question.
hold on.
Let me ask you a
Let me
question.
ask you a question.
No.
Hold on. Let me answer the fucking question. you just told me.
I haven't asked a question. Let me ask it.
Yeah, you
Let me
didn't
ask
even
it.
ask
Let me
one.
ask it. Okay. So the youngest age that we have on record for somebody menstruating is 11 months old.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, is that okay? Can you sleep with an
No, it's
11-month-year-old?
not. Obviously, that's not okay.
Why
But
not?
you can ask any historian. You
Why
can ask
not?
any. You can ask. Hold on. let me
Why is
tell
it
you
not
You
something.
just
okay.
said if they
historian-
menstruated, it's
You
fine.
said if they bleed, they can breed.
No. That's obviously a disorder, bro.
So is
I was an
9 years
11
old.
So 11-month-year-old had like reproductive parts. She had breasts and
9-year-olds
She had
don't
women
have
like-
breasts.
hold
You
on.
said
let me
if they
finish.
bleed, they breed. So hold on, you're changing the
No,
criteria.
no.
What's the criteria then? Give me
That's
the
obviously a
criteria.
disorder, bro. That's obviously.
Give me the criteria.
Nobody's gonna sleep with a baby. No Muslim. No.
Muhammad
righteous-
slept with a baby, right there.
Brother, you can ask any
Like,
historian
I'm reading
ever.
it. Prophet
The
Muhammad
people-
married her when she was 6 years old and consummated the marriage when she was 9. Muhammad slept with a baby. I'm looking at it with my own 2 eyes. What are you talking about?
How old was Mary when she married Joseph?
No clue. Nobody knows.
Mary was yes you do. Okay, you can't know. How do you know about the Prophet Muhammad, man?
Can you go back and just
How about you
explain
search
why
it up?
9
How
years
about you
old
search
is
it up?
But
acceptable?
about
watch
you
this.
search it
Watch
up?
this
All the
again. Watch
Christians
this again.
coping in
Watch
the
this again.
comments.
Watch this again. If Joseph slept with Mary when she was 12 years old, I condemn Joseph for doing that. Can you do the same with Muhammad?
I'll never condemn anything the Prophet did ever.
Yeah, so that's why we're talking about you and not us.
But let's be specific too. Like nobody's perfect in life.
What?
So was this
Are
a
you
sin?
perfect? Are you a perfect human being?
Are you saying
It's not a
Muhammad
sin.
wasn't perfect?
I'm better than Muhammad.
Was Mary perfect?
Or
Was Mary perfect?
we're not talking
Mary
about
perfect.
us.
The mother Mary.
Why
the
do you
mother-
keep running? Why do
the
you keep
mother
running
Mary,
to
was she
Christianity?
perfect?
Why do you keep
Because
running to
the sa-
Christianity?
I'm
What
using
is-
the same
what does-
bullshit you
what
guys are
does-
using when it
what
comes to
does-
my religion.
I,
So let's- go ahead.
what does Mary being perfect have to do with anything? Explain to why
What
you're
if-
bringing that up. Go ahead.
Because she's the mother of Jesus. What are you talking about?
What does it have to do with Muhammad sleeping with children?
Mary was a child when she married Joseph,
Okay. What does that have to do
Right?
with Muhammad sleeping with children?
right? So you
If
guys
I-
can't
wa-
use that
again,
bullshit
again,
with
again,
Muslims.
watch.
You guys cannot-
Watch.
You guys cannot use that bullshit.
Watch. If Joseph, I'll do it again. If Joseph slept with Mary when she was 12 years old, I condemn Joseph. He was a horrible person for doing that.
Do you condemn your pastor
Your
for touching you
turn.
too?
Your turn.
Now your turn. Now you condemn Muhammad.
You condemn all the pastors touching all the kids in the
Your
churches?
turn.
Yes, every single person that sleeps with a child, I condemn. Every single one of them. There is not a single person that sleeps with a child that I do not condemn. Can you do the same?
All right, so do you condemn all the Western countries in
Yes.
the 1800s?
Yes.
legalizing that law?
Yes.
You can condemn that.
Yes.
You condemn your private Isaac.
What
Your
what
prophet
is
Isaac?
what is so hard for you to understand about
Do you condemn
everybody?
the prophet
We said
Isaac?
when we
You
said
condemn your
everybody,
prophet
we
Isaac
mean
for marrying
everybody.
Rebecca?
Listen. Isaac didn't sleep with a child, but I'm going to grant your argument. I'm going to give you the W. Isaac slept with a child. I condemn Isaac. Wow. Now your turn, but condemn Muhammad.
You didn't sleep with a child. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he did not sleep with a child. Now, but I'm going to
did
grant your
not.
argument. I'm going to grant your argument. I'm going to grant it.
He did not
He
marry.
did.
He did not sleep with a child.
You just want to argue the Bible. You're really trying to push the Bible. I'm giving you a W. Take your W. Take your W. You got a W. This is a big win for you. Congratulations. You take a W. You take the W.
Okay, I'm Muslim, right? I'm Muslim, right?
Hold on. Listen. Don't be scared. 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 I'm giving you a W. Isaac slept with a 3-year. Listen, Linda. Listen. Isaac slept with a 3-year-old. He was a horrible monster for doing so. Now, will you say the same about Muhammad?
You're condemning your prophet.
Yes.
The one that God sent you.
Yes.
Now it's your turn.
Your turn.
Christianity is crazy.
There it is.
No, Christianity says sleeping with children is wrong. You just said 9 is fine. So
Really?
explain
'Cause
it.
all your
Explain
prophets
why.
married children.
Explain
Abraham
why.
married a child.
So did
Isaac married a
yours.
child.
So did yours. Tell me why
Mary
it's
was a child
fine.
when Joseph married her.
Tell me why
not
it's fine.
It's never fine to sleep with a child.
So Muhammad was not perfect.
If you ask any historian in life, the people that were living back then were not like the people today. A 9-year-old was more mature than the 9-year-olds today because of all.
Show me one historian that says that. Go ahead.
I'll find it for you right now.
Go ahead. Not an Islamic historian.
Not an Islamic historian.
Yeah.
Where I'll find it for you right now.
Physically.
All right.
Go ahead.
Not just physically, emotionally, spiritually. It has to be physically too, but all those 3 things.
Yeah, show me that somebody says that a 9-year-old back then was the equivalent to a full-grown woman. Go ahead.
I'll find articles for you, like science-based articles.
No.
Actual
Actual peer-reviewed papers, please.
Yes, I got you.
Okay. You know, it's just wild. I just realized this. We got.
Whoa.
You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it out loud, though. People figure it out. Well, John, why don't you just come up if you're going to send me text messages on how to argue?
No, John, come
I
on,
can
brother.
send you the link. Thank you.
Listen, let me tell you something. In Islam, right?
He doesn't have the paper.
No,
don't tell me anything. Don't tell me anything except the citation. Also, while you're there, Amazon.com, D batteries. Get yourself some D batteries, bro.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. I paid $20,000 in property taxes. How about you? You're still with your mom.
It's like $600, something like that.
What?
And actually a lot more. Who are you talking to?
He's saying he's better off than me because he pays more money in property taxes.
But listen, you're not going to have much property if a fire happens and you don't know.
She's got a point. She's got a point. 9-volt battery. Yeah, it's a 9-volt battery, and a good way to test it. Like if you take it to the end of your tongue, you'll get a little shock. It'll tell you if it's a good battery or not.
Invest in some toothpaste for your gingivitis. How about that?
I didn't hear you. Can say it again.
How about you invest in some toothpaste for your gingivitis? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. I got toothpaste.
Yeah. All right, and your plaque.
Do you got 9-volt batteries?
Yeah, I do actually.
Why did you put one in your smoke detector?
I should, huh? I'm too busy debating with the fucking.
Honestly, I'm just kind of worried about you. I don't want you to die in a fire.
All right, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to find your source, and then I'm moving on, my friend. You were voted off a long time ago, and I've given you a lot of grace.
Go ahead, bro. If you want to do that, go ahead.
Yeah. Now, see, the first time that we were going to kick you, you were like, no, let me stay. But now you can't find your citation. You're like, go ahead.
If you give me some time to find
you've had time. Shouldn't be too hard, should it?
Oh, goodness gracious.
I know if I was defending child marriage, I'd want to have all my sources right there.
Christianity teach you to be patient? Nobody's defending child marriage. What are you talking about?
You are. You said it's fine for a
I am-
9-year-old to be
I'm
married.
married to a woman who's older than me. What are you talking about?
But you said it's fine for Muhammad to sleep with a 9-year-old, so.
Is it also fine for Isaac and Rebecca to sleep with each other,
No,
even though
we
Rebecca was
said
6 years
no
old and Isaac was
5,000
90?
times.
How
Get
about
rid
you
of
gotta
him.
say no.
Kick
How
him.
about the father of all monotheistic
I'm done.
religion?
All right.
You're done? Get the
God
fuck off
bless
my
you.
shit, bitch.
God bless you and your little P3DO religion. Okay. Big mad. Got big mad. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Got an email here somewhere. I don't want to look at it real quick.
This is a good break.
This message has been brought to you by Christianity. Are you tired of your prophet sleeping with children? Then give up on Islam and join Christianity. Whew. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Okay, hold. 5 second break. 5 second break. I'm trying to laugh the sadness away.
You don't laugh, you're gonna cry. Are you bringing... What was it? Never mind. Is that what we're waiting for, or are we just... You're just texting?
I'm texting my pastor to get some moral rightness in my life.
Somebody
some
says,
peace.
well, Abby, why did you make John more patient? We have to listen to that noise more now.
I forgot to record. I didn't
It
record
was
that.
more.
Dang it.
It's more like let them show who they are.
Oh yeah. The whole point of this is just like let the world tell you who they are.
So we had a lot of people there watching that man say it's fine to sleep with a 9-year-old.
Yep. All right, guys, smash the like button, share the live. We're gonna bring up the next guest. I think we got spammerinoed.
Washed Mickey says, I can't believe he defended PDF. I can, because they do it every day.
I accidentally brought up way too many people by accident. Hold on. Okay. You're gonna hold up. Okay, let's do this guy. Out of my mind. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
43. Just turned 43.
All right, happy birthday, bro. All right, man. There is no good reason to be Muslim. Prove me wrong. Go ahead.
All right. So first and foremost, I'm American, born and raised in America.
Okay.
I'm not an immigrant who immigrated to America to find a better life and bring my religion or my traditions to America.
Okay.
I want to make that's a very clear. I have to make that a point because too often discussions about faith are made between Americans of different backgrounds and foreigners who
I'm not
have
American.
brought. Where are you?
I'm Canadian.
Okay, so I'm American. The point being, and even in Canada, people who immigrate to these countries bring their religions, right, and their traditions. And then they start to fellowship and they start to spread that out, but they're spreading their traditions. They're not spreading the original thing. So I just want to predicate conversation from my behalf with that.
Okay.
So when it comes to my perspective on Islam, I accepted Islam in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in the AME church. So are you familiar with the AME church?
No.
Why? Okay, so the AME church is the African Methodist Episcopal. The Methodist Episcopal Church was started by a white man. I forgot his name. But the African Methodist Episcopal was started by John Allen, and he was a Mason. Black people had to start their own churches because of all types of race, not just racism. See, there's a difference between racism, bigotry, prejudice, and there's another one, and prejudice, bigotry, and discrimination. Racism is, in my opinion, racism is fine because
Racism's fine?
I'm going to explain. Racism, by definition, is a person who propagates their race. They love their race. Bigotry is the part where you include into racism and then you start to condemn others. Discrimination is what you add into racism and you exclude others. And prejudice is when you include into racism and you deny others of different races. So this is just my opinion, right? So yes, Black people had to start their own churches because of those things that were happening. And these people were Christians, whether they were Ku Klux Klan members or non-Ku Klux Klan members.
All right, bro. What's the good reason to be a Muslim?
No, I listened to the last conversation you were having and you were like talking about Christianity. So I just want to predicate because I'm American. I grew up a Christian.
Okay,
these people you speak
I
to,
need an argument or I got to jump on to the next person.
All right.
What's the argument for Islam?
My argument about Islam is the reason I chose Islam is because my roots, my history, the people who I'm a part of, they in history were the Moors. The Moors were Muslims. Now, when we accept Islam, it's because we seek truth, oneness of God, right? Islam teaches you that there's a submission to Allah. And that the Prophet
I know what Muslims believe. I know what the religion
I'm giving you the answer.
I need the reason that like we got to believe it's true. Like, what is the reason? How do you know Islam is true?
Well, okay. I'm going to say there's no definite answer that it's true.
Okay, so there's no good reason to be Muslim.
Well, but there's no definite reason that Christ was white and died on the cross. He was hung from a tree.
Nobody says he's white.
Come on, are you serious, my man? If we're going to be honest here,
wrong people say he's white.
Watch this. Christians in the chat. Was Jesus white, or do you even care if he was white?
Wait. But listen, what's your name?
Watch the chat. John.
Sir, what's your name?
It's literally in the title, John.
John.
Yeah.
I grew up in a.
See how many no's there are. See how many no's.
John. When you have you ever gone to a church where there was a white Jesus?
Yeah, but if you go to China, they're gonna have a Chinese Jesus.
If you go to Russia, you're gonna have a black one. But the point is, America,
the point is, hold on. There's a church plan and a church tradition in that. Is that when you look upon Jesus, it was represented in your culture because he was supposed to transcend culture and he's supposed to transcend like identity, like race. This was the church tradition. This is why you see in many different churches and cultures, you see Asian Jesus, you see white Jesus.
Where can you prove that?
Because in each culture you see different Jesuses.
That's so okay. So you're using your opinion, right? So when someone uses their opinion from a different faith, you have to accept that if you want people to accept your opinion.
Okay, but this is irrelevant to the point. Right? It doesn't matter what color Jesus' skin is. What's a good reason to be a Muslim?
The relevancy is that we cannot prove anything when it comes to faith-based systems. We can't prove that Abraham was alive and created Isaac and Jacob.
So great. So you concede the point. There's no good reason to be a Muslim.
No, that's not. It's the point of a person choosing a faith that they identify with.
So then what is the good reason?
I just told you.
What is it?
I just told you. Islam is that there's one God, and that Muhammad was the last prophet. There's not three gods. There's one God.
Do you know like the three pillars of like knowledge?
Yeah. Well, it depends. What are
it doesn't depend. It doesn't depend. There just are three pillars.
No,
right? This is a logical system. No, it doesn't depend. There's just one logical system. You know what it is?
When you say that, you're speaking from a perspective that only you understand.
No, that's
coming out of your mind.
No, it's not just my understanding. It's a philosophical consensus.
No, so tell me, educate me, John.
So you have belief, you have knowledge, and you have justification. For something to be justified, to know that it's true, you need all three, right?
Okay.
If you hold to a belief to be true based off one or two of those points, it's irrational to hold it. So I'm saying you right now, hold on, I'm still speaking.
Okay.
Right. So right now you have a belief. We believe Islam is true. Right? I'm still waiting for the knowledge and justification. If not, it's irrational to hold it.
No, because in Islam knowledge precedes.
Can you just repeat what I said? I don't think you were listening to me.
Yes, you said. Okay, if the sister in the background
hold on.
feels that way,
Listen. I want you to pay
if she
attention.
feels that way,
Hold on.
if she
Pay
feels that way,
all right. God bless. Appreciate your time.
Yeah,
You gotta
God
get
It's
bless.
voted
not.
off.
It's not about my feelings. It's just.
You have been voted off the island, right? We don't kick. We have a group of people that vote. All right.
Technically, I did kick the last guy, but
you did.
But he had already been kicked off.
He was voted off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I don't want to boot people unless they're voted off.
No, I'm talking about the first guy that we had.
Yeah, he was voted off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then I put the
Then you put the ban hammer on.
ban hammer on.
All right, let's bring up the next person.
But not this guy. This guy was fair.
Paco, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How old are you?
Yes, I am 36.
All right, bro. There's no good reason to be a Muslim. Prove me wrong. Go ahead.
There is a good reason to be Muslim.
Okay.
It is because of a Muslim worldview that over 1 billion people agree with.
So
it's also right. There's also a good reason to be Christian.
Hold on. So is your argument ad populus?
No, I am not making a logical reason ad populum, not ad populus. If we want to talk about 3 laws, we could talk about the 3 laws of logic, if you'd like. I'm just
talking about. I'm not. That wasn't the 3 laws of logic.
No,
right?
no, not my.
Those are 3 pillars. That was the 3 pillars of like knowledge. That's 2 different things. Okay, so
yes, they are.
Ad populum or ad populus, right? It doesn't matter. It's saying the same thing. So your argument,
I'm arguing because a bunch of people agree with it.
Yeah. So your argument is because a bunch of people agree, then it's a good reason to believe it's true.
No, it's not a good reason to believe it's true. I don't believe that there's a good reason to be a Christian by the same argument.
Are you just white knighting? You're not a Muslim, are you?
In a sense, no, I'm not a Muslim.
No,
but I think it's fine to be.
Yeah.
No, I'm not arguing for a specific worldview. Mm-hmm. I'm arguing that it's a good reason to be a Muslim, maybe to have a good life in the same way that it's
right. Because a lot of people
in the same way that it's a good reason to be a Christian, a good reason to be a Jainist, a good reason to be.
Fine. I'll grant your argument, and then you have to concede that there was good reason to be a Smatsi.
I don't know what a Smatsi is.
I can't say the word, but it was mustache man's people.
No, I don't believe that just because a small group of extremists believe in
it wasn't a small group, but it was an entire country.
I'm not saying it's a relatively small group of Germans.
So what's the exact number that you need to hit for it to be big enough for it to be rational to be part of it?
You said good reason. You did not say
you said it's not a good reason to be a schmatzi because they're not big enough, but it is a good reason to be a Muslim because they are.
Is good reason rational? You're conflating good reason with rational.
Still speaking. So
sorry,
you said it's not a good reason to be a schmatzi because they're not big enough. There's not enough of them, but it is a good reason to be a Muslim because there is enough of them. Can you give me the number on what makes enough and what doesn't make enough?
I'm not talking about a number necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
However, there is a good reason to have an identifying just direction for a culture to be.
Notice how you didn't answer my question?
No, I did not notice how I did not answer your question.
Okay, so what is the good reason to be a Muslim?
I said, if there is a direction that you want a culture to take, a cultural identity might identify with a religion. So that is a good reason to identify with the religion of the dominant religion within your culture.
Okay, great. So I feel like I want to identify with Smatziism. Is that a good reason to identify with Smatziism?
That is not a religion.
It's a belief system.
I would say that it is within Schmatzi Germany. It would be
you know what? I'm just going to I'm just going to grant your argument. Say it has to be a religion. All right. I want to align with worshiping.
No,
Baal.
it's you're not. I was still talking, by the way.
Well, I'm just going to grant your
Fair.
argument. I'm going to give you a W. So I'm going to just align. I just want to align with worshiping Baal, and part of worshiping Baal is literally burning my children alive. So should I do that?
No, you should not burn your children alive. I'm not arguing that everything. I'm not. Again, I was still talking, dude. If you want to tell me to not interrupt you, you have to let me finish my point as well.
Not interrupting. Granted,
you did. You just interrupted.
Interrupting you be stopping in the middle of a sentence to continue a tangent. Just throwing in a little "why not" while you're speaking is just asking you to elaborate on what you're speaking about. It's actually encouraging you to speak more.
Okay. What I was trying to say is, no, you should not immolate your children. That would be an objectively bad thing to do for a society. However, not every tenet of a religion needs to be followed by every society. Within Christianity, do you stone gay people?
So then you actually, hold on. So then you actually don't think there's a good reason to be a Muslim, because you're saying you could pick and choose certain parts of it and throw away the other parts, but you're saying you can't encapsulate the totality of what is Islam.
I cannot encapsulate what the totality of Islam is. No,
right, so
nor can you encapsulate the totality of, nor can you.
It's just whataboutism. It's whataboutism. You could say whataboutism all day, but you still agree.
Whataboutism.
It is, because you're saying what about Christianity? So again, there's no good reason to be a Muslim.
Or no, the only reason I bring up Christianity is because you profess to be a Christian.
Yep.
That's the only reason I bring that up. We can talk about Zoroastrianism. We can talk about any other religion. I'm talking. No. There's a good reason to be a Muslim if you are in a majority Muslim society.
Okay, so then if you're in a majority Smatsi society, then it's a good reason to be a Smatsi. Or if you grow up in if you grow up in a community that is primarily run by the KKK, then it's a good reason to be part of the KKK.
Yes. That's a good reason.
You think it's a good reason to believe falsehoods just because you grew up around it?
Well, no, not necessarily.
That's literally what you just said.
No, it's a good reason to believe in something, or at least profess to believe in something, if that not believing that thing would get you hurt, murdered,
no, it's a good reason. That's a good reason to pretend.
Or it's I guess you could say it like that, yeah.
Yeah. But not actually.
However,
it to be
indoctrination is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
So a good reason to believe in something can easily become the reason that you actually do believe in something.
Indoctrination is not a good reason to believe things.
Okay. Define good for me in this context.
A good is that it fits those three pillars, right? That you have belief, knowledge, and a justification. So therefore it's not irrational to hold to. Because if I said to you Christianity is true because I was indoctrinated, you laugh at me.
Not necessarily.
You wouldn't laugh if I tried to convince you that Christianity is true because I was indoctrinated in it?
No, I would not necessarily laugh at you, because if you were to meet those three pillars of criteria in an explanation to me for those facts that you believe, then no.
That wouldn't meet that in an indoctrination. There's no justification there.
Also, I just don't laugh at people for what they believe.
Oh my God, you understand the rhetorical point.
Yes, I do. And that's why I answered your question in the manner that I did.
Right. So again, okay, fine, we'll test it. You should believe in Christianity because I was indoctrinated into it.
That is not a good, that fits none of the pillars of the criteria aside from.
Well, you just said being indoctrinated is a good reason to believe something. I was indoctrinated into it, so why don't you believe Christianity?
But no, I misunderstood your definition of the word good in this context. Because good is a word which has many definitions. And reason has many definitions in many different contexts.
So now that you know my word good, do you concede that there's no good reason to be Muslim?
No.
Then what's the good reason?
The good reason to be Muslim would be if you actually believed you had justification, you actually believe you had the knowledge, and you actually have good belief.
Okay, so what is the belief, knowledge, and justification that they have?
He has been voted off.
You would have to ask the individual.
All right, you've been voted off the island. God bless. All right, Lord, give me strength. Give me strength. Give me strength on this one. How does this guy? How do people keep sneaking up? How do y'all keep sneaking up? All right, let's bring up another guest. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm 20.
All right, bro. There's no good reason to be a Muslim. Prove me wrong. Go ahead.
Can I ask you, why do you care?
Because I'm an Islamophobe.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, what's so good about being Christian?
Yeah, that's shifting the burden.
I'm sorry, what?
It's shifting the burden.
Can you explain?
The topic at hand is no good reason to be Muslim. You came up and instead of answering the question, you're trying to shift the burden to somebody else. The question is, what's the good reason to be a Muslim?
That's like asking, what's so good about having any faith at all?
Okay, so you admit there's no good reason to be a Muslim?
It's saying that you can change Muslim is Muslim. You can change Muslim with literally any faith at all.
Yeah, we could, but we didn't. So here we are.
Yeah. So what's the good about having the faith?
No.
What is a good reason to be Muslim? Now, if you want to say that there's no good reason to be part of any religion, that's fine. But you also concede there's no good reason to be a Muslim.
No, what I read is what's so good by being there's no good reason for being Muslim. What does that mean?
Yeah, there is no logical reason to concede that or to conclude that Islam is true.
I'm curious why you think so.
Because there is no evidence. There is no logical syllogism that I have seen. There's no inductive or deductive arguments that I've heard. And then it contradicts the historical consensus.
Christianity?
Hold on, I can't hear you. You're kind of cutting in and out.
Can somebody say that?
You chopped
The
it.
person say the thing about Christianity.
Still can't hear you, man. Gonna give you a shot to get close to your Wi-Fi, but we might have to move on.
Hello?
All right, we'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
You hear me?
5, 4,
You're very,
3,
very choppy.
2, 1. Appreciate your time, bro.
You haven't done super chats in a minute.
We haven't done super chats. That is correct. Have we even gotten any super chats? Let's see. Oh, we have. We definitely have. All right. Check that guy's hard drive. Cook him, John. I think. Listen. If I got to run a theocracy, if you're Muslim, you have mandatory checks on your hard drive.
Legit.
If Muhammad did not sin, explain Quran 48, 1 through 2. I don't know. Let's go look at it. That's a new one for me. Let's go read together. 48, 1 through 2. Let's read what it says. 48. It says, and I don't know, you could be showing me something wrong here. Indeed, we have granted you a clear triumph, O Prophet, so that Allah may forgive your past and future shortcomings, perfect his favors upon you, guide you along. Wow, that's pretty good. Let's throw that into Quran verses and throw that into Muhammad sinned. That's pretty good. I like that one. That's a good one. Thank you so much. All right. Rose IQ is so low. The age of Momo. Bro. Calling ceiling birds and low IQ direct correlation. Abby deserves a raise. She literally gets all of it. What do you mean she deserves a raise? I deserve a raise. I get nothing. I get paid and I give my entire paycheck, every dime I make. We were talking about this last night. Our entire bank account is in her name. If she wanted to, she could take all of her money and just leave me, and I'd be screwed. She has the power. Like, I did not sign no prenup. We were going to talk to Stryker about that. Did I make a wise decision or a dumb decision there? Because she has the power. So she literally makes every penny that you guys give.
But I would never leave you.
That's what they all say. Sent one Big John Steele membership. Thank you. If Islam was false and Christianity were true, would there be any good reason to be Muslim? Doesn't matter, society, culture, people. This is something I actually tweeted yesterday, and I do actually want people to answer this question. I might do it as a topic. I might actually do it as a topic one day, because I think it's a good question. And again, I might be stupid, and my philosophy friends are always eye roll at me every time I think I say something clever. But my tweet was this. It says, serious question. If atheism is a fact, does not truth become trivial? Would not whatever ideal that increases well-being be optimal, whether it's true or not? And that's a genuine question I think I'm going to have for the atheist when we do atheism one day again. So I really want an answer to that question. You can't defend the indefensible. Pray for Aisha, for her innocence was stolen from her. Deus Volt. I don't know what Deus Volt means. Everybody keeps saying that. What is Deus Volt? Here's $1 for my troubles. Thank you. Wait. Wow, $1 is 2,000, whatever that is. That's crazy. That's a crazy spread, man. That's crazy spread. Get your name on that bank account, you think?
Technically, it's on the bank account. It's just not on the savings, which is where most of our money is.
Yeah, I got access to like $50, which is great. I got access to $50. I'm not
going to leave you. The only people that are worried are people that are insecure in their marriages. Listen.
The amount of trust I have in this woman right now, it's her name on the house, it's her name on the car, and her name on the bank account. If she leaves me, I'm screwed. I am screwed. So I'm not going to leave you. People who leave people probably. Oh my goodness. All right, let's bring up the next guest. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm 30.
Yes, well, it means God's will. Thank you. All right, bro. There's no good reason to be Muslim. Prove me wrong. Go ahead.
Sure. Just give me 1 second. I'll hook up my my headphones.
Okay.
1 second. Okay. Can you hear me?
Up. Yeah.
John's got sensitive ears now.
No, maybe.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so I have to ask, are you looking for reasons for you to become a Muslim or reasons for me to be a Muslim?
I'm looking for a logically sound argument, so something inductive, deductive, or abductive to show that Islam is rational to hold to. Okay,
so you want a generalized reasons, I guess.
Well, no, that's not generalized, right? So for example, if you gave me an inductive argument, then it would have to be true. If you gave me a deductive argument, then it's likely to be true. So something that points in the direction that Islam is more likely to be true than not. Something that raises the probability of it being true.
Okay, I got you. Well, I'm gonna try. I can't convince anybody, I believe, but I'm gonna give it a try. So,
sure.
What I believe, and obviously I can only speak from my own perspective, but I think that this applies to pretty much anybody. Islam is a good, I would say, a good, good guidance. I believe that a person that becomes a Muslim will adopt many kind of, I don't know how to say it in English. I'm sorry, my English is not my first language.
Guidance towards what?
I'm sorry, what?
Guidance towards what? You said it's a good guidance. What is it guiding you towards?
Right. So I believe it would guide a person to become a better person, caring more for their community, less greed.
Okay, better person according to what standard?
Well, according to the standards of Islam.
Okay,
no greed, no stealing, no lying.
Do you see how that's circular?
Not really. I mean, if you read the Quran and it says don't steal, then you shouldn't steal.
But you see that circular. So you're trying to prove Islam, right? And then you're saying it has good morals. And then I'm asking where you get the morals from, and you say it's from Islam. So you're basically saying Islam is true because Islam says it's true. That's circular.
Well, if we compare it to other religions, wouldn't that be the same thing?
I don't use like this says good things, this says bad things, therefore it's more likely to be true.
Well, it's a shining light, right? If you want to become a better person, you don't automatically become one. You have to actually sit down and actively
right. But you're saying the standard of being a good person is in the Quran, so you're using Islam to prove Islam. You're using circular argumentation here. It's fallacious by nature. So for example, all I have to do to disprove it is I have to show one thing in the Quran that I disagree with morally, and then therefore it's not true.
Well, I mean, it's obviously up for interpretation. Somebody can interpret one thing that says, I'm speaking about the Quran now, but it would apply to literally anything, I believe. If you read something and you interpret it in a certain way, you are going to behave based off of your interpretation, right? And there are many examples for this, which we can get into, but would you agree that that is the truth? Like if you read something in
so everything read has to be negotiated with. I agree with that, but I'm still saying that this isn't an evidence for Islam because it's circular and I could debunk it just by disagreeing with one thing. And the only way you tell me I was wrong to disagree with it is because by saying the Quran says it's right.
Well, have you read anything in the Quran that
I've read the
right?
entire Quran.
Okay. Have you seen anything that is correct in the Quran, in your opinion?
Yeah, I've seen things that I agree with, sure.
Sure, then I guess we agree on this point, that if you read it and you agree with it, you could, if you want to, adopt that good thing.
But I can do those things. The same things I agree are good are the same things that I think in the scripture, in the Bible, say are good. So I don't need Islam. I can just hold to Christianity, or I can even just hold it to arbitrarily.
Sure, I'm not refuting that.
Great. So then I don't have a good reason to be a Muslim, or I don't see a good reason.
Okay, so was this about giving you a reason to become a Muslim or just generally?
Well, it doesn't matter if it's for me. If like, for example, if you gave an inductive argument, I couldn't refute it. Like that's the point of an inductive argument.
Sure, but would you agree that like on an individual level, a person, I'm not speaking about me, you, or anybody else in this chat, but just generally speaking, a person that reads the Bible or reads the Quran or wouldn't they also try to find reasons to become, for example, in this case, a Muslim? I mean, if you read the Quran and you don't find any good reason, then there is no reason for you. Okay. And actually, I would add also that if you are not a sinner, you're not a person that sins, then Islam is not for you. I've heard people discuss this topic.
Sin according to who?
According to God.
Okay, how do you know what God gives as a standard for sin?
Well, I mean, the Quran lays it out. No stealing, no greed.
Going full circle again, right? So you have an axiomatic view that the Quran is true. And then you're basing everything off of that. Why should I believe the Quran is true?
Well, if you believe what the Quran says or teaches, if you believe that resonates with who you want to be as a person, then it is true for you. And this would apply to any individual.
Okay.
Now, obviously, I just want to say this, I'm sorry. Obviously, everybody maybe cannot become a Muslim. I mean, statistically speaking now. It's statistically, I would say, not possible for everybody to be a Muslim. Unless it's under this sword, that some people say that it's always pushed upon people. But statistically speaking, like with everything else, everybody will not become a Muslim. Some people just don't agree what it says, even though, the Quran
I'm going to stop you now because you're just kind of going on a tangent. So if I think that there's good reason for me to think that I'm a unicorn and I find more fulfillment and truth in that, is that logically reasonable for me to think that I'm a unicorn?
No, because, what's the attribute of a unicorn? It's this thing in the middle of the head that it has. If you don't have that, then...
I have an invisible one in my head. Like you can't see it, but I believe there's an invisible horn in the middle of my head. I believe I have the qualities of a unicorn, and it's more fulfilling and more true in my life. Should I hold to it?
But isn't that what atheists think about us religious people? that we just believe in things that
atheists have really solid arguments. Like atheism is like intellectually, like a lot of atheists have intellectual challenges to religion, and we shouldn't just throw them away because they're atheists. It's a good question.
Yeah. Well, I don't have all my notes here. I have some notes that won't be able to answer this specific question or this example that you made with the unicorn. But I do have notes. I don't know if it's on this phone. If I go out of this app now, it will interrupt the live. But I have a note, quite a long note, about things that are written in the Quran that are, for example, scientifically compatible with the modern science. Okay. For example, so that would be, in my opinion, a good reason if you want to be a Muslim, if you want something that is, it may have been predicted. I don't believe it was predicted. I believe that it was the word of God. But for example, if I remember correctly, there was this section I read about the Quran that lays out, for example, the biology of after a woman births, right? She births a child. There is like this period of time where intercourse shouldn't happen. And recently, I don't remember where I read it, but it was a real scientific paper.
Here's the thing. Claims made without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. So unless you can actually show me these, I don't have to hold to it.
Yeah, no, you don't have to hold to it. I can send you a DM if you want the actual
I will not
science
read your
paper.
DM.
Okay, but if you want the science paper, I can share it with you, however you want. If you want. If you don't want it, that's fine.
I don't accept DMs from random people.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. But I know what I've read. Some things that I read in the Quran, I've questioned. I've been like, wait, is this true? And then later on, something like a research paper has come out by Western scientists that actually proves what was in the Quran was true. How can that be?
Okay, again, you're just kind of preaching at this point, man. You're not giving me an argument. You're not giving me any evidence.
I don't have the link. I'm sorry. If I had the link in front of me, I would give it. But I have other things that I actually wanted to bring up here, if I may. I have some notes.
The topic today is no good reason to be Muslim. So that's the question I want answered.
But you mentioned earlier with one gentleman that you had earlier, for example, that I don't know exactly what the argument was about. I just came into the live, but you asked if there is any scientific source regarding when a girl turns into a woman.
Oh, you want to defend the fact that grown men can sleep with children, do you?
Defend? I'm not defending anything. I'm just saying that I heard you have this discussion with someone. Okay. And I actually have some notes about it.
Let me just ask you real quick. Do you condemn Muhammad for sleeping with a 9-year-old?
That's very interesting that you say that, because in those times they didn't even keep track of age. Did you know that? So nobody knows how old anybody was.
Okay. If Muhammad slept with a 9-year-old, would you condemn him?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So do you hold to the hadiths?
Well, the hadiths are just interpretations. I don't.
That's not the question I asked you. Do you hold to the
hadiths? I don't care about hadiths.
So you're Quran onlyist?
Well, onlyist. I mean, the Quran is the word of God, so I need to stick to that first and foremost, right?
But you're still not answering my question. Do you hold to hadith?
Especially no, I don't hold to hadith.
Okay.
I don't care about.
So then you're Quran onlyist.
Well, the Quran is the word of God, not the hadiths.
Okay, it's a yes or no question, right? Are you Quran onlyist?
Yeah, I would be that. Yes.
Right. All right.
So what? Shouldn't I believe in the word of God?
Okay. As for your woman past the age of menstruating, their waiting period is 3 months. What are they waiting for? Waiting period 3 months. What are they waiting for?
You tell me.
You're the Quran onlyist guy, right? Okay. Well,
yeah.
we'll go back. We'll get the context. Okay. We'll do this together.
Sure.
O Prophet, instruct the believers when you intend to divorce women, then divorce them in concern of their waiting period. So it's for divorce, right?
Sure.
Right. So these women that are waiting were married at one point, yes?
Yep.
Right. So As for women past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know, their waiting period is 3 months. So it's the iddah. It's waiting to have sex after divorce. And those who have not yet menstruated as well. Who are those who have not yet menstruated?
Wait, can you repeat the last part?
Yeah, so we'll just do it all together. As for your women past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know, their waiting period is 3 months, and those who have not menstruated as well. Who are
What
those
is
who
the
have
context?
not menstruated?
Is it about intercourse? Oh,
Yes.
divorce. Okay.
Well, they were
So it's
married.
not about.
They were married,
So it.
right? What do
Okay.
married people do?
I mean, I know I know married people that don't do it, and they're grumps.
So to consummate a marriage, how do you consummate a marriage?
Well, this isn't about consummation. This is about divorce.
So how do you consummate a marriage?
Well, you have intercourse, but
Right.
you don't have to consummate it
usually when
to be
people are married, right, they have sex, and there's no condemnation of having sex with people in here. So these people were married. The people who are married are now divorced, are now waiting again to be remarried, right? Are the people who have not menstruated. Who are those people?
Those people would be what you are saying that they are, even though
Children.
you're not saying it.
The children.
Well, did they have sex though? That's what I'm interested in.
Okay. Let me grant your argument. Your argument is this. You can marry a child as long as you don't have sex with them?
No, that's not my argument.
Okay. So is the Quran saying here you can marry a child?
Well, child according to what? Because if I look here,
Those
in
who
my
have
notes,
not menstruated.
yeah, well,
That's the standard.
Well, I know people that, I know some women that actually have medical issues. So I'm not saying everybody has it, but I want to know the specifics. But let's go with the
the general consensus is those who have not menstruated are children, right? And then if we read the tafsirs with it, they agree it's children.
Okay.
If you can give me any historical source that says this is talking about a genetic abnormality, sure. Yeah, we can have a discussion about that.
Well, can you give me a source that it's not about that?
Ibn Kathir.
Is it about girls, specifically
yes,
girls?
It's about young girls. Ibn Kathir. We can read it together if you want.
Okay.
Ibn Kathir. Allah has exalted and clarifies the waiting period for women in menopause, and that those who menstruated has stopped due to older age. Her iddah, which is the time you wait before having sex, is 3 months instead of the 3 monthly cycles of those who menstruated, which is based upon the ayat Surat Al-Baqarah, C2228. The same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation.
Do there exist girls that get menstruation later in life? Like, what is the age? Like,
it says here the young who have not reached the years of menstruation.
But how young? That's what I want to know. I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
That'd be generally before 12 years old.
Before 12 years old.
Those are the vast majority of those, right? Unless you can show me a condemnation in the Quran anywhere that says that you cannot marry somebody under the age of 12.
No, there is no such thing that you
right.
cannot.
So then the Quran here specifically teaches that yes, you can marry a child.
Yeah, based on those times. Do you know that the Quran also teaches that you have to adapt to whatever times you're living in?
The Quran says it is for all people for all times, does it not?
All people for this specific topic that we're talking about, or just
it says that, Prophet, we've given this to you for all people for all times.
Yeah, but that's an interpretation.
So this is all people in all times.
But it's an interpretation thing, It's for anybody to adopt Islam at any time in human history.
Right. So if they adopt Islam, then they can marry a child.
So that would be a what is it called when one thing goes another thing? What is it called? A contradiction, I believe. So that would be a contradiction.
Show me the verse in the Quran that says that you have to hold to different time periods or different group beliefs.
Sure. Let me try to find the notes.
Okay.
As you can imagine, the Quran is many pages. What is it, like 600 something pages?
It's not that long. It's shorter than the New Testament.
Whose New Testament?
The Bible. It's shorter than the Bible's New Testament.
Sure. I haven't read the New Testament. Hold on. Let me... I need to organize my stuff better now. I'm sorry. See if I can find it in my Google Drive, maybe. Nope. Just one moment, if it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
See if they're in here. I have to apologize. I can't find those specific notes. Again, like I said earlier, if I can circle back sometime in the future and give you and share my notes in the live at least, that would be fine. But I do remember that I have read and I have discussed this with an imam, that we have to adapt both to nations that we enter. So, you know,
I've heard imams say the same thing.
Yeah. But also, again, this is what I remember. You know, I'm not a computer. I can't always remember everything exactly. But what I do remember was that we have to adapt to whatever circumstances we live in, right? If it's the, you know, certain culture that we live in, a certain nation, or if it's, you know, just the circumstances in general. So today, for example, I don't know, you guys maybe saw the Somali uncle that started crying for not being able to marry a child. That's pretty wild. To modern Muslims, that's pretty wild. That's very wild for me.
I could show you some Muslims disagree with that.
Yeah, sure. You can show me Muslims that disagree with it. But I disagree with with those specific teachings because, again, it's a little bit about interpretation. So, for example, like I said, if you just do a quick Google search and ask Google, just for simplicity's sake, without reading the entire Quran, was age tracked the same way in Muhammad's time as in modern times? The answer is no, age was not tracked in the same day, in the same way.
Yeah, but I don't need the age to be tracked the same way when it simply says those who are young and have not menstruated.
Yeah, I understand that, but I wanted to make that specific point. Mm-hmm. So when it comes, for example, to Aisha and the number that people are giving all the time, you know, the age of 6 and then consummated at 9, when we put these two pieces together, I mean, how can they know her actual age if they didn't even keep track of age? So for me, this is a learning process because I was thinking the same thing when I was younger. I was like, well, what's going on here? So, you know, I'm exploring information. I know what I believe in. So not everything that is written in the Quran must be done literally. It's about interpretation.
Right. You're making just a lot of like preaching, right? You haven't given me an argument. You haven't given me any evidence. You haven't given me any data. You're just kind of telling me your feelings.
Well, it's not feelings. It's information that I've gathered.
From
feelings
where?
Would be not reading at all.
Where did you gather this information?
Well, like I said, I've read some of the Quran. It's a journey for me as well. I do.
You haven't even read the entirety of Quran?
No, I haven't.
So I'm a more studied Muslim than you.
Well, are you a Muslim?
No.
Or are you just...
But I've probably read more Hadith and more Quran than you have.
Well, technically, by definition, you are Muslim, based on what Muslim... You know,
I don't pray 5 times a day. I don't travel to Mecca.
We don't want
kiss a rock.
nothing to do with that.
I don't do the pilgrimage.
Muslim means that you submit to God. So if you
not your God,
that's like an insult.
Well, we have the same God.
No, we don't.
No, we do not.
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't.
No.
Who says that we don't? Teach
Jesus.
me something. What about Jesus?
Jesus says, if any comes like me, right? Mm-hmm. Claiming to preach a gospel that is not this gospel, they are a false prophet.
Oh, so you mean Muhammad was a false prophet?
Amen. Hallelujah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special...
He's been kicked. He's been voted off.
He's been voted. All right, my friend, you've been voted off the island. Appreciate your time. God bless. Have yourself...
Is our special guest here?
We do got a
Drum roll
we do got a special guest.
in the chat.
Somebody who hasn't been up on the live in a long time. In a long time. We got Mr. Jordan Travis.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mr. Jordan Travis. Here to cook the Muslims. Here to cook them. And I know he's been itching to do so. I know he's been itching to cook the Muslims. Do you want to stay? Do you want to?
I suppose.
Do you want to stay on this one? No good reason to be Muslim, or do you want to defend Christianity?
It doesn't matter to me.
Don't matter. All right, Muslims in the chat. The topic is now open. You can come up and attack Christianity now if you don't want to defend your actual faith. And we know you don't, because there's no good reason to be a Muslim. We know none of you are going to come up and actually defend your faith. Not one of you. We're going to see if it happens, but I guarantee it's going to be, why did Jesus fall on his face in worship? Why did Jesus call God the only true God in John 17:3? Why did Jesus say that only God is good and not him? That's what's going to happen. Let's find out.
Low tier objections.
Let's find out. All right. This person's been waiting a hot minute. Hello, how are you?
Yo.
And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm 29.
29. All right, bro. No
I
good reason
wanna-
to be a Muslim? Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Okay, so the good reason to become a Muslim is you're gonna spin around in circles, right? And the thing that you're gonna keep landing on is the Aisha thing, all right? Aisha wasn't the daughter of the Prophet or the mother of the Prophet. Now I want to ask you, why should I follow a God that impregnated his own mom / daughter, right? According to you, your God impregnated Mary, right? And he put a baby in the children of Israel, one of his daughters, and he made her his mom. So why should I follow this God? Go ahead.
I don't even know what you just said, bro.
Your God, according to Matthew, the Holy Spirit, don't run. According to Matthew, the Holy Spirit put a baby in Mary, right? Should you go around and impregnate your mom? Would you impregnate your mom? Would you follow Jesus? Would you be a good Christian?
I mean, see, when we as humans impregnate someone, we have to have sex. God doesn't have to do that.
No, you don't. You can go to a lab
Unlike
nowadays
you, I don't
and
think about having sex with
it's
my mother,
IRVs. No, you can take your mom to a lab and you put her in a tube. You put it in a tube and there you go. Your mom pregnant, no problem.
Hold on. How do you think that?
Yeah, you can follow Jesus, bro.
How do you think that God got Mary pregnant?
He put his baby and according to in the original Greek, he is sperma through sperma, right? In John 2017 or something.
No, that's not even John 2017.
It's not even in John.
Yeah. Well, I can. You know it is. You know it is.
But you're a Muslim.
You tell me
right?
how so?
You're a Muslim.
It's through sperma, right?
Right?
Regardless, he got his mom pregnant, right? Now you ride in the moral high horse. You ride in the moral high horse when you know Aisha hit puberty.
There's no
right?
horses.
You know she hit puberty. She herself said she hit puberty. Your God impregnated his own mom. Do you got nothing to stand on, kid? Your God literally put a baby in his own mom / daughter.
I'll turn him up, yeah.
Bro, who?
He literally put a baby in his own mom, bro. Answer me, come on. Why you frozen? Why you frozen, kid? The Dash invaders here. The Dash invaders here.
How did Allah get Mary pregnant?
I'm here to dash on you Islamophobe haters. Go ahead, tell me, why would your God put a baby?
You're the one that brought up Aisha.
Das, you gotta answer.
He asked me a question.
You gotta slow down. Slow down. Hold on. No, you gotta slow down. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the question is very specific. We know you're slow. So the question is very specific.
I said I'm chill. You're not even tracking.
Oh, you still haven't relaxed. All right. So the question is very specific. Go ahead and ask it again, Jordan.
Yeah, I hear that Allah gets every woman pregnant.
You still haven't shut up. You still haven't shut up. Shut up.
Including Mary.
Close your mouth.
I hear this question. Can I answer?
So hold on.
Why are you running?
Hold on. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to stop talking for like 15 seconds.
Allah's not Jesus.
Right?
Allah doesn't have a mom.
All right.
Your God has a mom.
What demon is causing you not to be able to be quiet for 2 seconds?
Don't run.
Has he been voted?
My God don't have a mom. Does your God have a mom? Does your God have a mom? What? Did he say? Oh, Jesus no God then. Jesus no God.
Where's your mind at? Like, why do you?
Jesus no God then. Wait. You just said your God doesn't have a mom.
Okay. I don't like muting
Why are
people.
you running? Why are you
Oh,
muting?
bro.
Why are you muting? Why are you muting? Why are you
Because
muting?
you won't shut up.
Because we just need 15
Said your
seconds.
God doesn't have a mom, so Jesus
We
not
need to
God.
artificially shut you up for a
You
second.
just said Jesus not God.
We just need
You're
15
literally
seconds.
finished.
I'm going to let you speak. Just give us 15 seconds.
All right, don't
15 seconds.
run.
Just stay on mute for 15 seconds. I'll send you the invitation when we're done.
Bro's frozen
I
and
will send you the invitation when we're
literally
done.
needs time to
I will
think, bro.
I will send you the invitation when we're done. All right?
Genators here.
He's still going. Like,
Maybe just remove.
okay. All right. Jordan, ask your question.
All right, you done?
Oh my, no, we haven't even said it yet.
I can't ask the question. He just keeps talking.
Yo, because you're not answering me, bro.
No, but I think you could just move on. This is a
The
waste of
morality,
time.
right? Don't run, don't run. Yo,
Okay.
Who said that? You brought that up.
Is he gone?
Yeah, I can't.
Just before you go on, you have a new batch of followers, so some people would like an introduction to Jordan.
Jordan Travis is the guy you bring up when you want everybody to just get smoked. That's Jordan. Jordan's the OG who used to be in the little box way back in the day when I first was doing lives, just roasting people. Like this is the secret weapon. This is the secret sauce right here.
Jordan was John's like first Christian friend.
I don't know if we call each other friends. Like I don't know if I could say I'm friends with a black guy. Like that's pretty wild for a Christian to say. Like we're obviously all racist.
Israelites can't be really friends with Edomites.
No, that's a fact. Deus Vult means God's will. Yes. Erica says, remember, guys, some Muslims believe if you are anything other than Muslim, you should be unalived. Checkmate Christians. How do you know your God isn't actually a dolphin? Thanos says, all jokes aside, I have a huge respect for our Muslim brothers and sisters. They actually the best tap dancers in history. I see them perform all the time during debates. Very, very cool. All right, let's try another guess. Maybe Jordan can actually have a conversation this time. Maybe we can actually get a conversation in. I think we got spammed again. Faith, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you. How old are you?
Perfect. I'm 31. How are you guys?
Good, man. All right. No good reason to be a Muslim. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, I'm 31. I grew up in America, and I grew up in a Muslim family. But obviously, growing up in America, basically, you have to kind of question life, right? It's like whatever you're believing, you should ask yourself, "Hey, does this make sense?" So, I guess I'm going to explain how it makes sense to me and why it's beneficial, right? So I guess holistically, like when I studied the religions, the way that the Abrahamic religions make sense to me is like, for example, Noah came, like we have the story of Noah first, right? He had to survive. It's a story of survival. Humans survive. Next, Moses comes, right? Basically, everybody survived, but half the population is a slave. So you can't have optimal, collaboration with everybody and basically an optimal society if half the population are slaves, right? And then Jesus came, right? So Jesus is also a prophet in Islam. Jesus is also a Messiah in Islam. We also believe that Jesus will come and save the world one day, right? That's what Islam believes. What do you mean why? The only difference of what Islam believes
just why?
Why
is Jesus coming to save the world?
Because there's gonna be a what we call Dajjal, I guess, like some some really bad thing that's gonna happen. I don't know the details that much. So can I ask you something? Do you believe that Jesus is gonna come down and save the world?
We think he's going to do that because he's God and he's going to restore all order because he's God. I don't know why you guys believe that in Islam. Like that doesn't even make sense.
We believe it because it's the same story. And I'm trying to explain to you that in this region, I'm not even looking at it from a theological point of view. I'm looking at it from an objective point of view. In this region,
objectively, there's no reason for Jesus to come back and
may I please finish? So I'm talking about, like, think of it as a storyline, right? You have a story of Noah first, Moses second. Moses, what do you do? He freed the slaves, 50%, and then Jesus, what do you do? He said, you're all free, but you shouldn't fight each other, right? Like basically,
when
these
did
are
he say that?
What do you mean? Treat everybody as you'd want to be treated. The golden rule. No.
What does that have to
Isn't
do
that-
with freeing slaves?
doesn't-
We think
does-
that he frees us from death. Like, I don't know what you
I'm
guys
not.
think he frees us
I
from.
don't care what you think. I'm talking about.
You're talking
think of
about
it-
a story. Like,
Yes,
your
because
story's
these
not
are-
making sense. The Christian story makes sense, but I don't know what story you're giving. You're
Okay,
just giving like,
listen,
hey, a dude
Let's
came
go
and he's,
with
like,
let's
saying,
go with the Christian
"Hey, be
story.
free."
Okay. What did Noah do in the Christian story? What did Moses do in the Christian story? What did Jesus do in the Christian story? Keep those all the same.
All
okay?
three of them baptized. They were involved in baptisms.
It doesn't matter, right?
How does it not matter?
It doesn't matter because these people represented something so much more bigger. The fact that they were baptized isn't what changed the world. They were people who
That
questioned
quite literally
their time,
changed the world
right?
because
The
literally
prophets-
evil was wiped out in the time of
Exactly.
Noah.
That's what I'm telling you. But it
In
wasn't
the
because
time
of
of
the
Moses,
baptism.
the evil of the Egyptians was wiped out. And in the
Listen,
time
my
of Christ, the evil of the devil was wiped out because we unite ourselves with Christ through baptism. They're all baptisms. I don't know what that has to do with your story.
Okay. It doesn't matter the baptism. I'm talking about think of the themes in these stories. Theme of Noah, survival.
I gotta
Theme
pause
of-
you real quick.
I'm-
What argument are
yeah.
you making? Like, what is
The
your argument? What are you
I'm-
trying to
okay,
prove?
okay, here. This is what I'm trying to get to the point that in Islam, you have, I guess, to be a Muslim, it's very hard.
Just hold on. Are you arguing against Christianity? Are you arguing for Islam? Are you arguing that
I'm
tulips taste good? What are you arguing for?
I'm arguing for all religions and how they could be beneficial, right? And I'm gonna specifically get to Islam.
Okay, so your religion, your argument is all religions are true?
No, I'm arguing that you can find benefits in all religions, and I'll explain to you what benefit you could find in
The
Islam.
only benefit you can find in any religion is that which aligns with Christianity.
Okay, so that's a very like opinionated point of view, right?
It's not opinionated. That's fact. If Christianity is truth, it's
Okay.
true, and it follows after
And
the truth. Then by
my friend,
definition, anything
I
that's
really
true in the world
appreciate
has
you,
to reflect on
and I really want you to hold your Bible close to your heart because as a Muslim, like I'm telling you right now, as a Muslim, Christianity is the closest religion. Our stories are mostly the same.
Oh, so you guys
And I-
believe in the Trinity too? Oh,
No,
amen.
That's the one thing we don't believe.
Oh, you
That's
guys
the
believe that
1%.
Jesus died on the cross and rose again?
No,
Amen.
that's the 1%. I'm glad
Oh, you
keep
believe that
looking
Mary's
at
the mother of
1%.
God? Oh, amen.
Hallelujah.
Here, can I just say
Praise me.
something? I'm 31 years old. You guys seem like, gentlemen. Like, I don't know what makes you have so much, hatred, and maybe it's like all the news and seeing all the,
I have no idea what you're talking about hatred. I'm just
it's like
sitting here.
I'm saying, like, as adults here, I'm trying to make a point of why religion.
What makes you think I hate something?
Because you keep pointing at the one thing why it's not true.
I gave you like 12 things why it's not true.
No, you didn't. I just said they were very close, right? If you go to the Quran, how many of the stories also overlap in the Bible, right?
Hey,
they overlap.
Look,
we have Noah.
my
we have
blender
Moses,
is very
we
close
have
to my
Jesus.
sink. If I stick my hand in one, it might go a certain way. If I stick my hand in another, it might go a different way. I don't know what you mean by it's very close. It doesn't even make sense.
Okay, so did Edgar Allan Poe write about Moses? No, but Moses exists in the Bible and it also exists in the Quran, right?
Did J.K. Rowling write about what are we talking about here? Like
what I'm trying to tell you is these stories all came from the same place of the world, right? And they got passed down in generations. And what I'm trying to tell you is there's Judaism. Why do Jewish people basically hate Jesus?
Why are you slamming your fist on the desk like you want pictures of Spider-Man?
I'm sorry.
You sound
if the mic
hateful
is-
right now. I don't know. Man.
I'm really not hateful, but you guys keep getting off the point, and I would just.
What
like
is
to
the
say,
point?
I don't even know what the point is.
Neither do
Nobody
I.
knows what the point is. Nobody knows what the point
Okay,
is.
so I guess I'll finish off like this. And you guys are probably Christians, and you guys probably understand what it truly means to fulfill your Christian duties, and it's not easy. And I'm telling you right now, being a Muslim is the hardest thing in the world. I cannot even say like I'm a practicing Muslim. I will admit that I am not, because to be an actual Muslim is a very difficult thing. For example, right?
It's hard to be a Navy SEAL, bro. What are we talking about? What is
Okay, I'm gonna
difficulty
get
have
to
do
what
with
I'm getting at.
anything?
It does, my friend, because difficulty builds discipline. If you are someone who has to pray 5 times a day, that's basically you meditating 5 times a day.
Hold on. If it's hard to follow the devil because bad things keep happening to me and I keep doing it, that means I'm disciplined to the devil. That doesn't mean something good's coming out of this.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Just because you're disciplined at something, if you're disciplined in the wrong thing, like if I was a serial unaliver and I discipline myself to unalive somebody every night, that doesn't mean
I'm
that's
sorry,
a good
but
thing.
that's not a great argument. What I'm telling you is doing something difficult builds discipline, right? Doing prayer 5 times a day, every single day, is very hard. That's what I'm trying to say. And here,
what about
you don't
praying
have to do
without
it.
stopping?
What do you mean?
What about praying without stopping? Is that difficult? Is that more difficult than praying 5 times a day?
Praying without stopping. Who prays without stopping?
I'm just asking a question.
Yeah, I would assume like if somebody could pray without stopping, yeah, it's
That would
much
be harder. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
of
so that makes
course.
it more true.
No, I'm not saying it makes it more true. What I'm saying
what the-
is
I mean,
okay.
what's the
So
vote
what?
at?
I guess here I'll say this.
65.
What? No. Please.
We might have to make it 60% because some of these guys.
Okay, so I guess what I'm trying to say is the thing that I find beneficial and which I have not able to attain myself is Islam is a very strict religion, and to follow it, you have to live a very disciplined lifestyle. And if you live that lifestyle, which I have been able to live for maybe like short spurts, I was the most disciplined, best version of myself. That's why athletes like Muhammad Ali.
Okay, I
were
think
so
I'm going to veto
successful.
this. I'm voting you off. All right, God bless. Appreciate your time. There's a zero argument coming in. Zero argument. We can't even respond because we don't even know what you're talking about. No clue. No clue. None whatsoever. All right. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Yo, what's up? I'm good. How you doing? I'm 20.
All right, bro. There's no good reason to be a Muslim. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Real quick, earlier you said something I just had a question about.
Go ahead. What's your question?
You said Jesus said that there would be no more prophets after him. I'm just curious, where does he say that? Because to my knowledge,
when
he
did I
says-
ever say that? I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You did, though.
No, I didn't. I said that if somebody comes preaching a gospel contrary to this one, then they are a false prophet. That's what I said.
No, you didn't. You straight up said that there will be no more prophets after Jesus, and he said
No,
that
I
any
didn't.
prophets after him are false.
No, I didn't.
Okay, we can agree to disagree, but it's just a mistake.
I
we made.
mean,
It's okay.
the same thing applies. I mean,
Like, I
even
do
if you
agree
did
with
Same
that,
thing?
but it's not what I said.
You agree with that Jesus said that.
Yeah,
No, I
there's
don't
no
think-
other prophets
go ahead,
after
go
him
ahead.
holding the office of prophet. Like, we could say that. He didn't say it, though, but I mean, why? What's
So
the
do
point
you
of bringing
agree
that up?
that? So I'm just curious because that's not true. That's why I was confused. That's not what I've heard
It is true.
from all the Christian content that I watch. Is that Jesus never said that. He says how to tell if a prophet is false by the fruits of their character, right? But he doesn't just outright say, "Hey, there will be no more prophets after me," which is what you.
Yeah, you're
said.
gonna be able to
not say
tell
that.
you're gonna be able to tell that they're false prophets because they don't carry the fruits.
Exactly, right? So
That doesn't
I'm
mean
just
that
saying.
there are
I'm just
going
saying
to
that's what
be
you
other
said, bro.
prophets after him.
I've been watching you for like 30 minutes, man. Come on, you did say that.
Chad, did I
what-
say that? Or did I say that if anybody comes and preaches a gospel contrary to this one, they are a false prophet? Did I say what he is saying? Or did I say what I said said?
Okay.
I mean, it's irrelevant, brother. We can, if you
I'm
want
just
to argue.
curious. No, I was just curious. It's not that it's irrelevant. It's just I wanted to understand your message better.
I mean,
That's the only
Chad,
question I
Chad is
had.
saying that you're lying, so
I don't
so
see
if
that,
you're correct
actually.
over me and the
Okay.
chat, that's crazy. But anyways,
I
let's go
think the
ahead.
chat might just be supporting you because they,
The chat has never hesitated to cook me when they get the chance, bro.
I
Have you not
always-
met Christians?
I always
Christians
want
love
the
cooking
chat to
people.
cook John, like
Yeah.
any
I
chance that
see.
they get.
Do you think that it's better to be an atheist than Muslim?
I mean, it's kind of the same thing in the Christian worldview.
That's like
If you
saying, is
not-
it better to be a murderer or a P3DO?
Yeah. Like to
But
be for
do
real,
you
like
think, which one do
you
you think
can-
is worse?
worse. I mean, maybe you could. It just depends, honestly. Everybody's different. So if somebody is like atheist, but then you convince them of God, but then they think that, okay, the Christian God seems like the better option, then it might be better for that person to have been atheist. If it's like a Muslim and they're looking at the different things and looking at the contradictions between Islam and Christianity, and then they look more into Jesus, then it could be a better thing that they're, this like that.
Right.
Just depends.
I think, okay, regardless of if you believe in Islam or not, or if you believe it's the right message, I think that you should be pushing for people to believe in any of the three Abrahamic religions, because it provides pathways into those. No? You don't think so?
No. I prefer people to just go to the truth.
I got you.
I don't want to give random sick people medicine that they don't need. Like, I'm not going to give chemotherapy to somebody with a cold.
That's a good point. That is a good point. I have a question with I see this argument all the time with Christianity. It's I mean, would you guys say God needs someone to take care of him?
Did you want to answer that, John? I mean,
you. I brought you on. I did my out in a couple hours. It's all you.
He's the most powerful, right?
He doesn't need anybody to take care of him, though. As a matter of fact, we believe that Jesus was taking care of Mary.
Yeah, so why does Jesus need to be taken care of when he's a baby? Like, he needs to be fed. He
doesn't need to. He just willed for that to be the case. But even while he was a baby, he was sustaining Mary's existence because he's God.
Is he able to sustain his own existence on his own without being fed, without being
He doesn't
clothed, without
sustain
being sheltered?
Yeah, he sustains his human nature. He doesn't sustain his own existence because he is existence in itself. Because he's God.
That's like circular reasoning. What do you mean he is existence in himself?
So when you sustain something's existence, that means that you're allowing it to keep having existence. Like, he's not allowing himself to keep having existence. He is existence in itself. He's the ultimate being.
Did Jesus need to be like fed when he was a baby? Did he need to? Would he starve?
He chose. He chose for that to be the case.
So was he human?
Yeah.
So was he God?
Yes.
How can it be both at the same time?
Because human and God are just descriptions of two different types of nature. They were united into one person, that is Christ.
So it's like saying you have an employee and you have a boss, right?
No.
Where you have God as the boss and him as the employee, because it's a difference in power as well. When Jesus says he does not know the hour, but God does know the hour.
My wife insults my boss and my employee.
Man. Right? But if Jesus doesn't know the hour, but God does, doesn't that imply that they're two distinct, separate individuals, right? Because they do not share a memory, they do not share their forms, right? Because Jesus does not share the form of God, and God does not share the form of Jesus. They're two separate entities.
He does share the form of God. That's Philippians chapter 2. So he has both natures. So in his divine nature, he's the same being as the Father. In his human nature, he has humanity. So there's just two different things. And when we say nobody knows the day or hour, many church fathers take that as like he doesn't reveal it. Even if you claimed it to be knowledge, that wouldn't be a problem.
How can you take that? How can they take that as him not revealing it? He clearly said he doesn't know it. Why would he lie?
The word in Greek can mean to know, like to reveal something or to make known something.
Okay. And a big reason why I believe that there is good value in Islam is that the message has been maintained way more meticulously than the Bible. When I look at the Old Testament and New Testament,
and even if it was true,
you think it's less meticulous than the Bible?
Yeah, even if it was true, even if it was preserved perfectly and more meticulously than the Bible, then that doesn't mean it's true. You can preserve a lie better than the truth. Like, that doesn't make it more true.
Yeah, but if you can preserve a lie better than the truth,
my pickles are preserved, or are they from God?
If you can preserve a lie better than the truth, doesn't that mean that the truth has no longer been preserved, therefore it is a lie? Which is what you're saying? By your own logic. If the truth has not been preserved, then it's not the truth anymore, therefore it's a lie.
The truth can still be preserved, but you could lose like details of the truth and it would still be the truth.
I don't know,
Like,
man.
either way, it's
I
just
don't know.
irrelevant. Like we have so much of like the Old Testament and
I
the
don't
New
think it's
Testament
irrelevant.
preserved. Well, we have so much of it preserved that we know exactly what the disciples taught, and we know exactly what Jesus taught, and it's not Islam.
Why would okay? Another question. Jesus prays with his head on the ground. Why would he do that? And
He prays
Christians
with his
don't.
head on the ground, and he prays standing up, looking at the skies. He does it a lot of ways. So when Jesus does actions, because he's God and he came to repair our nature, the way that he does things is to perfect it for us as humans. So when he prays, it perfects our prayers. It unites our human nature with God. That's why Jesus does these certain things. That's why we believe, like even some of the church fathers say, like the Holy Spirit basically gives us prayers to himself so that he can bring us to him. It unites us to God. So everything that Jesus does,
Not
he
even
does
gonna
it to
lie,
perfect
bro.
our nature.
Yeah, Bible. This guy in the comments, Bible and preserved in one sentence, bro. That's low key funny as hell, and it shows that you have zero academic honesty. Have a
Have you
good one, bro.
studied?
Just
Have you
focus on your.
studied? Have you studied biblical like preservation? Is he still here?
Yeah, he's still here.
Have you studied biblical preservation? Textual criticism? Any of that?
Maybe he's not here.
Hmm.
What a time for
Yes,
John to
dude.
leave.
Yeah. So anybody that says that just hasn't studied textual criticism. It's
Why do
literally
you
the
leave?
most preserved book of ancient antiquity. I don't know.
He read a. Can you hear me, John?
Our mics are still on, yeah.
He read a comment and then he left.
Oh, he left?
Yeah.
What did the comment say?
It wasn't even anything like crazy.
So he just read it and left?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he just said Bible and preserved in the same sentence. It's crazy. Shows you don't have any intellectual honesty, something like that.
And then left. Okay. Okay. Let's bring up another guest. Are they telling me the truth, chat, or did they just kick him as soon as I walked out the room?
I don't even know how to kick
Did he
people.
start cooking Jordan, and then Jordan's like, Abby, kick him, and then Abby ran over and kicked him.
Maybe if I went unconscious for a few seconds, I don't know, but I don't remember that.
Jack, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hey, I'm so sorry. I joined this twice. I don't want to take someone else's spot. This is actually Fatih from 2 people ago. If it's okay with you, I'll stay. But if it's not, I'm happy to not stay. Thank you, guys.
I don't even remember.
Are you the guy that was just talking about on a lot of?
Can't be the talker.
I was trying to explain, the benefits of the religion.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's that guy.
Sorry.
Oh, shoot.
I don't know how he snuck in like that. Top of the queue and everything. Alexander, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hey, dude, I'm 31 years old.
All right, man. There's no good reason to be Muslim. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Cool, right. So, yeah, I'm going to try and stick to the point here. Discipline, maybe? Does it teach discipline? Is that one thing?
Is that a question or? You are you asking us if Islam teaches discipline or?
Well, you said you want one good. You want one reason.
Yeah, but you said it as like a question.
You know who else is disciplined? Serial unalivers. They're pretty disciplined. They got to be pretty meticulous to get the job done and do it in a very specific way.
But that's one good thing, though, right?
Being disciplined.
They teach you discipline.
Like, whenever
and I'm not a religious person.
Yeah, but whatever you do, like, it has to be ordered towards something. So if it's ordered towards something bad, then it's not actually good. So if I have
But now you're doing the whataboutisms. This was the same thing the other guy was saying earlier on in the show.
About what?
That's not a whataboutism.
You brought up the I don't know if I can say it.
I think there might be like
I'm
a
not
delay.
I'm not gonna know what you're saying if you don't say it. I don't know what you're saying.
Hello?
What did you say? Schmartzy.
Is somebody having another live with like 2 identically looking people? Because people are saying things that I don't remember anybody saying.
Anyways,
He's
I was
cutting
just
out.
looking
yeah,
for one
I
good
think
reason.
we're gonna jump on because you're cutting in and out. Let's try again. Is every time I bring up a guest, that's when like
Crazies come
the
out.
queue starts getting weird. Sal, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hey, what's up? I'm 35.
All right, man. There's no good reason to be Muslim. Prove us wrong. Go ahead.
Um, One good reason is the belief in one God.
Which God?
Hello?
Which God?
Just the only God. There's only one God in existence.
Yeah, the only God in existence is the Trinity.
Well, that's your claim, but I'm saying in reality there can be only one God. Logically, there can be only one God.
Yeah,
So
Like Highlander.
yeah, the Trinity. What's the Trinity in reality? Is it like a thing, or like does the Trinity actually exist in reality?
Yeah, considering I'm existing right now, yeah. That's
No,
the God that
like
sustains everything.
okay. Does the Trinity is it like a person? Does it actually do anything? Is the Trinity a person?
The Trinity is three persons, one being, one essence, one
Okay, so
nature.
the Trinity doesn't actually do anything. It's the persons that do things.
The Trinity is the persons. That's what the tri is in Trinity.
Oh,
The three
so
persons.
wait. So the Trinity has one will?
Yes.
Oh, if the Trinity has one will, how come the Father is not begotten?
What does that have to do with will?
But what do you wait? The Father isn't the Son begotten through the will of the Father?
To the will of the Father. What do you mean by will?
Wait.
Are you just repeating stuff and you don't know what the
Mm,
terms actually mean?
what do you mean? What do you mean by will? Like
Because you're
how
just
does
saying
this
according to the will. I don't know what that means. Like, what do you mean will?
will is the ability to do anything? Like
what?
So he's just like, hey, I think I want to have a son right now. Boom, son.
Yeah, you need will for that to happen.
Yeah, no, we
Otherwise,
don't
you
believe
just stay
that.
static. Nothing changes.
No, we
You
don't
need
believe
will to
that.
effect change. Oh,
Yeah,
you
we
don't
don't
believe that?
believe that. The son being begotten is not a change. It's not after the will.
Oh, the Son being begotten. So wait. So what does that mean? The Son being begotten.
That means that we have an origin and a terminus. The origin would be the father, the terminus would be the son. It's the relation that they have. And it's similar to begetting.
So the Son originated from the Father,
He gets his source from the father. Like he is the
and
father's source of the Trinity.
the Father had no pretty much say in this, or like
It's not, when you described will, you said like it was a decision. There's no decision. The son has always been with the father, hence why the father is called the father. He's eternally a father, the son's eternally a son.
okay. So eternally, let's say, would you agree that God is existence itself?
Yes.
Okay, it's the Son existence itself,
Yes.
and the Father is existence itself.
Yes.
So the Son is the Father.
If you're talking about in existence, yes. But when you're looking at things, there's certain things called an SAN and an SAD odd. So existence in something, or the inness of something, how something exists in itself. And then there's a oddness, like a SA odd existence towards something. So when we talk about relation, we're talking about an existence towards another. For instance, if you look at a line, if I point to the right side of a line, I'm still pointing at the line. It exists as a line. However, in its existence towards something else, i.e. the left side, is going to be different. That's a relation. Relation doesn't change the substance of the subject.
Okay, so I'm just talking about the subject itself, not the relation. So
The
it's
persons.
exactly. So when I say God is existence, all right, and
Then
I'm
you're talking about
asking,
the SAN.
okay, so it's that the Father.
the Father, Son, and Spirit, they have the same existence. However, they have a different existence towards each other.
So the Father, Son, and Spirit are not the same as in the persons. Like, for example, the Trinity is not the same as just the Father or just the Son or the Holy Spirit. Like, they're different categories. That's what I'm trying to say. This is a different category.
When you're talking about relations, you're basically talking about a different category than when you're talking about the nature of something.
Okay,
so
so
when
we
you're
have
talking
two
about the Father,
categories.
Son, yes.
So we have the category of the Trinity and the category of the persons.
Well, you have the category of the nature and you have the category of the persons.
And they're both
the
God.
essay, because that's what the persons are. The persons are existence in itself.
So
and
that's
their
two
relation
categories.
towards each other. Yeah.
So there's two categories of God and two categories of existence.
Because God is existence in itself.
Yeah, but there are two categories.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so that's
categories
two.
are what we call virtually distinct.
Okay, so that's two. There are two of them. Right? There's not one. There's two of them.
Two what?
Existences or gods.
No.
Or categories. Wait, what?
You can't just say or. They're not the same thing.
wait. Okay, all right. So there's two categories. There's two types of existences.
There's a difference between what something is and its hypostasis, or like who something is.
I understand that. So there's a difference between the Trinity and the persons.
No, the Trinity is speaking about the persons.
So it's just in a descriptive sense, or is a Trinity actually like a substance? Is it a thing? Or is it just like a description?
Trinity, what the three persons are, is the essence.
Okay, so the essence, is it like a thing, or is just like a descriptive? It just has like a description of like a quality or an attribute, or is it actually a thing?
Like, is it a substance?
Yeah, is it a thing?
I don't know what a thing is.
Does it exist? Like, is it? You say it's
something that exists?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's existence.
Its existence only within the persons, or is it like a separate?
The persons are the existence. There's a distinction, though.
Okay, I guess what I'm trying to ask is the essence could not exist, or the essence only subsists in the three persons. This is the only like.
Well, can you like specify what your question is?
Like I guess what I'm trying to get at is, if you're trying to tell me that God is existence, right? We're talking like the entirety of existence. All right, that's one thing. Are we on the same page?
What do you mean the entirety of existence?
If you're telling me God is existence, then it's everything, right? Like there's nothing outside existence.
No. We say God is the pure existence. So when we have existence, is because he's granting us existence from his existence.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
From his power. That doesn't mean that he is that substance which he grants existence to. So he gives us an existence based on like our natures, and it's limited. It's a limited existence. Okay. God is an unlimited existence.
Okay, so
we have a created existence.
Yeah, I agree. So God is the existence that all other existences depend on.
Yes.
Okay, so that existence that all other existences depend on, that is a category, right? Let's say that's a category. My question is, are the persons identical to that?
Are you trying to smuggle in the LPT?
I mean, of course.
Oh, well,
it's not smuggling in. It is the LPT.
I mean, they're materially identical to the essence. I don't know. Like, that's what they are.
Because so the way I understand is, all right, absolute can only be one. There can be no separation, can't be shared. Because like, soon as you share an absolute, you don't no longer have an absolute. So if God is one.
What is? I don't know what that has to do with absolute identity at all.
No, I'm saying a absolute. Anything that's a absolute, like anything that's like existence is an absolute. Like there can only be one existence logically. Like there can never be two existences. There can only be one existence, one reality.
I don't even know what you mean by that.
Oh, do you think there could be multiple realities?
I don't know what you mean by reality in this situation.
Okay, everything that exists, like existence itself, is only one.
So when you say existence itself, you're including created existences?
I'm talking about God, everything that's in existence, including God, like everything.
So you're including created existences.
And uncreated. It's also exists.
Uncreated
God also
existences?
exists. Yeah, God. That would be the category. That would just be God.
Okay.
God would be the uncreated existence.
Okay, and what about it? That's
Okay,
reality?
So reality itself. All of that's all without, if it's not God, is not real. So reality itself, everything you can think of, all of it. Like you're not like is that really hard? Like everything.
Well, what are you getting at from this? What are you getting at?
What I'm saying is, okay, so that can only be one. They cannot be multiple. Like this can only be one, right? Are we on the same page? It's like logically, it's not possible for there to be two or three of them.
I mean, that wouldn't make sense definitionally if you're saying that existence or reality just means everything that exists. Like that's already everything. I don't know what 2 or 3 would even mean because you just said it would be everything.
Exactly. So we're on the same
Hold
page.
on one sec.
I'm getting stupider by this interaction. If I could offer money to move on, that would be great. Also, hi Jordan. Nice to meet you.
You didn't need to send money because I was literally just about to say.
Sorry, sir. You've been voted off the island. Appreciate your time.
All right. I would love to. Okay, I can shift gears. We could go. I can tell you.
No. A vote off is a vote off, my friends. And you not only got voted off from the voting, you also got voted off from the money. And we're only doing this for the cash, right? You know, that's the only reason Christians do this is for the money, the women.
Close the doors.
The what?
Nobody gets out of here. We need to meet those goals.
All right, let's bring up the next guest. Hassan, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you? Oh, he left. Oh, no, is he there? Hassan, are you there? Oh. People don't need to take a hint. I keep kicking you guys. You keep coming back. I'm not going to bring you back up. Right? And like, take a hint.
You got your chance.
You got your chance. Come back another day. Guys, smash the like button, share the live, do the things you need to do so we can talk to the people that we need to talk to. Does this person got a mic connected or what? What? Okay.
Oh, they're asking about the YouTube.
Don't say that. Don't say that word. We love TikTok. TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. You're asking about the white TikTok. It's what is it? Okay. I think it's just called Jordan Travis Show. I'm gonna start posting stuff on there.
About time. Also, can we give like props to Jordan for having a good mic, a good camera, good lighting?
Everything's good about the computer right now.
What's wrong with your computer?
It's just like freezing up when I open up too many applications.
Bro, what is going on with these guests right now? Hold on one second. We gotta ban this person. Yo. All right, smash the like button, share the live. We had like a massive, huge queue, and then all of a sudden it just vanished. Again, for some reason, anytime I bring up a guest my queue shrinks. Like I have it, like it's just me, Q, he's huge. Bring someone up, Q just goes, don't know why that is. Well, let's see if this person is new. I can't tell. Chris Adams. You don't have a mic connected, bro. You keep coming in without a mic connected. That's why I keep removing you. Like, that's the reason. It's not because I don't like you. It's because you have no microphone.
We messing up the basics.
Simple thing. Just connect your microphone. All right, guys, smash the like button. Share the live. Once again, there is no good reason to be a Muslim. Prove us wrong. You can prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. You can join in the multi-guest button, or you can join it with the link in the thing. Let's go. Or does nobody want the smoke from Jordan? Because that's what we're noticing with Jordan here. Jordan does his own live. Nobody wants to smoke with him there. Jordan comes up on this line. Nobody wants to smoke with Jordan. Nobody wants to smoke with Jordan. Nobody wants the smoke. Who can take Jordan down? I don't think there's a single Muslim out there in the world who can actually take take Jordan down in a debate. I don't think there's one that exists. Let's find out. Is there a single one? We're calling everyone out. Every one of the Muslims watching, come up and join, have a conversation, show us a good reason to be a Muslim. Also notice how none of the Muslims actually came up and defended Islam. They all attacked Christianity once we open those gates. But if you want to attack Christianity, that is open as well. That is open as well.
I mean, we can talk to non-Trinitarians, whatever, bro. As long as we get people up here.
Unitarians, yeah, we'll open it. We'll open the flood. Hold on. We're gonna change the prompt. Then we're gonna go. Christianity is true. Prove us wrong. Let's go. Christianity is true. Come on up. Let's have a conversation about it. And again, if you keep joining in the thing without a microphone, I can't bring you up because you don't got a microphone. Because you don't have
Unless you can like talk to everybody like telepathically. I mean, it'll probably still be silent on the YouTube end though. I mean, on the white people end. Because it's YT. I always thought that meant white.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
I'm good. I'm 28. How are you guys?
Good, man. Christianity is true. Prove us wrong.
Like you just said, you want someone to defend Islam. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm not that educated, but yeah. Oh, I'd say, I do believe. I'm as a Muslim, I'd say it's the only one true God. I don't understand Trinity. I've been listening to you guys for a bit. I'm not gonna talk about Trinity because it's gonna be like a circle. But it does seem to me that it's three instead of one, and I see Islam as the one true God.
Yeah, I don't think your God can logically account for like anything in reality.
Why is that?
Because part of the things in reality is also like relation. So we have things that like ethical values that involve, relations, love that involves relations, or just relations in and of themselves. And your God can't account for that if your God's just one person. For instance, anytime you like paint a rainbow, you need different colors in order to be able to paint that rainbow. You have to have the colors in and of itself. If you only have the color white, you're not going to be able to paint a rainbow. So for instance, one of the ethical values is fairness, correct, in Islam?
Yes.
And God is, self-sustaining. He doesn't need anything else. And he's the perfect exemplar of all of these ethical values, correct?
Sure, yeah. 100%.
Okay. Who was he fair to before creation existed?
So what, like, just to like properly answer that, like, what is life even before creation, right? It's beyond me, it's beyond you.
Yeah.
Like,
We just got to be real clear real quick. You're playing a game of GTA right now, right?
No.
You're playing a game of GTA right now, right?
I'm driving a car.
Oh my gosh, you freaking silly goose.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah, I'm playing GTA.
Late, bro. It's too late. Bro. Chris Adams, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm 31.
All right,
About
bro.
to be 32 next week.
Happy birthday.
Why is everybody
Thank you.
31? You're like the sixth person that's been 31 exactly that's come up here.
It might be the time in which we start caring about stuff like this, like, you know, mortality and finality coming into play. So
John's way past that.
Yeah. All right, bro. Christianity's true. Prove us wrong.
is that the prompt, or is it there's nothing good about being a Muslim?
Hey, if you want to defend Islam, bro, let's do it. Like I don't see any
Okay.
Muslim ever do it. If you want to do it, let's go.
Well, let's start with the prompt that was up there first, and then I'll get to Christianity.
All right.
So you know, a few good things about being a Muslim. And I guess it just depends on the time and place in which you're at, right? Like I want to say at one time, even now, it's like the biggest religion on the planet, right? Like to most people in it.
No.
And like
Christianity. No.
Is it Christianity?
Yeah. But even if it was, so what?
Well, I mean, it has more so to do with, I know you guys are going to point more toward like the substance of it. And I do think the substance of Islam, as well as any other religion, like your value in that is totally subjective, and not just subjective to you, but subjective in the community and the civilization that you're living in currently.
So what's the argument?
So the argument is that being Muslim, where most people are Muslim, is a great thing for you. It provides social cohesion. It could possibly get you married and have a family. You can pass on your seat. Yeah, I mean, all types of good stuff, man.
All right. So somebody who grows up in 1930s Germany has good reason to be a smotsy.
Yeah, it's totally subjective. Yeah, what you're not going to do is you're not going to get me to say that being a smotsy is a good thing.
You have to.
Well, he's just using your same logic. So basically, what he's trying to say is, whenever you do something,
I'm saying it's subjective. I think you guys are trying to slap objective good on things, which is, I mean,
no, just objective truth, not objective good.
There are very few objective truths out there.
Is 2 + 2 4?
2 + 2 is 4. Yeah, we agree to that.
Does a triangle have 3 quarters, 3 sides?
We definitely all agree to that.
Does the law of identity state that I cannot be Jordan?
We agree to that.
Is grass green?
Yeah, it's because we all agree to it. Yeah.
Wait.
So
it's
like
we all agree
to it?
It's both. I think you guys don't give enough credit to social perception.
Okay, so
like,
whenever you have anything, bro, it has to be like the only goodness that's gonna be in it is it's coming from the one source of true goodness. That's the only thing, because everything has to go. That's logically true. Like even if you're a Muslim, you have to believe that.
Are you Muslim?
Well, I'm not. No, I grew up.
You're a YT
Christian.
Knight?
No, I just have a thing for like logical fallacies, and trying to correct them when I see them, or at least if someone opens the door to.
If a God exists, that God has to be the ultimate goodness.
Yeah, that's if we agree on that.
Goodness. So you don't agree
different.
that
Like
God exists?
We all can agree. I think for the most part, most of us, especially if we have to like share the English language, we can look up and say the sky is blue, right? Yeah, try to get most of us to say that a God exists.
Why does most people agreeing with something make it true? Like most people thought that having
for instance, yeah, that's a good question. No, I want to answer. Let me answer his question first. I'm sorry.
Sure,
I don't want to speak over you.
I'll let you answer both. I just want to throw in real quick. If we all collectively agree that 2 + 2 = 6, does it all of a sudden equal 6?
But if your peers judge you and say that you're guilty of unaliving somebody, then you are, whether you are or not. You're going to
wait. Whether my peers judge me is completely irrelevant to whether I did or did not unalive somebody. Like there's a true statement whether I did or did not unalive somebody. They can be incorrect, but doesn't make it a fact that I didn't.
Yeah, but the sum is the same. It's almost like, is 2 + 2 4, or is 1 + 3 4?
No, that's not the same.
I mean, this goes back to my tweet.
By definition, you're counted as guilty if those people say that you're guilty, the majority, or in some cases can be different, but
right.
That's the definition of it. If you're
Correct.
talking about morally speaking, no, like that's not what determines it.
Right, and I guess like I like conversations like this because we get to go more into philosophy, which I think is a little bit more grounded than religion anyway. But it's like, you know, the question, if a tree falls and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? It's like, yeah, we can all say it makes a sound, but if no one hears it makes a sound or records it making a sound, who is to say that it happened in the first place? So that's all I'm trying to get at.
Happening.
Also, we can conclude that, yeah, it does make a sound using like inductive arguments and deductive arguments.
Exactly. And then it goes to the question of, okay, well, would any of this, or would a God exist if there was no one to perceive the God?
Yes.
Yes. The freak.
You can't necessarily say that. You can't say that.
There's like 1,000 different arguments for as why that's the case.
Give me one.
Are you aware of the argument for motion?
Enlighten me, as if I'm a layman.
All right. Do you know what act and potency is?
I know I have very little knowledge of anything really. You'll have to talk to me as if I'm a baby.
Okay. Act just means that something is that way. Potency means that it can become that way. So when we say that there's a certain thing that's changed, we say it's the actualization of a potential. Like,
does that have to do with the theory of entropy at all?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Basically, water is water. It has the potential to be ice.
Or if I have a cold glass of water, it has the potential to be hot.
Yeah.
Okay, I can grasp that.
Okay, that's what we call a change, right? So do you agree change exists?
I agree change exists.
Okay. And do you agree that a potential cannot actualize itself? Meaning that if the water is cold, it's not going to automatically be hot because it doesn't have the hotness in order to make it hot because it's not actually hot.
No, I don't agree with that. I do not. I agree with given enough time, energy will coalesce into whatever.
Yeah,
but
that's the energy. The energy is causing it to become hot. The water itself is not causing it to become hot.
Yeah. Something is actualizing it.
Right. So there's something else outside of the water.
Something else. It's not the thing itself. Like it's literally the law of non-contradiction. Like it either is that thing or there isn't that thing.
Okay, let's go back because I'm sorry, too many concussions. You're saying that water, unless acted upon by something else, will remain at room temperature pretty much until it's heated up or cooled, and it'll change.
Well, even for it to be room temperature, if something has to act upon it to keep it there.
Okay, right.
Yeah, it's not the water itself doing that. Like, in order for it to change, go from potentially hot to hot, it needs something else.
But if we go deeper than that, if we go deeper than just the water and what the water is made out of, technically those atoms will actualize into just about anything that it will ever actualize into until, I don't think there's an end to this, but it's like the monkey at the typewriter theory.
That has nothing to do with anything.
It's completely irrelevant to what Jordan's talking about.
You guys are talking about change, and you guys are saying that change has something.
The way that something moves or is moved is because it's moved by something else. It's not moving itself. It's not changing.
Show me something in nature that's
a train cart. Hold on. A train cart on a train track doesn't just move by itself. It needs something to push it, right?
On that macro scale, yes, it's not as black and white as what you're getting me to agree to. And
will a train cart ever on a train track just start moving without anything else causing it to happen?
yeah, with that specific example, I'm going to agree. I'm not going to try to,
What
come
example
up
do
with
you have
semantics.
of something changing that just happens like without something changing it?
Well, I'm not even saying that something is happening without something else changing
Like
it. I'm
it's
saying that.
literally a logical contradiction. It's a logical contradiction.
So,
It
okay,
can't
yeah, let
change
me
itself
let me
because if
continue.
it's potentially that way, it doesn't
Right.
have the thing that it could be yet.
I see. It's not that yet. And so it has to be acted. What you were saying is in this
It has
example
to
of the
be
Trinity card,
acted
it has to be
upon by
acted upon.
something else in order
Right.
for it to become that. Because it
Right.
doesn't
And
have that.
like forgive my
Because it's
ignorance,
potential.
right? But what I think about, right? And the question I think about, and y'all could tell me this has nothing to do with what we're talking about or not. I don't mind. But I think about like the
Jordan,
Big Bang.
hold on real quick. Jordan, he's been voted off. I'm going to leave it up to you if you want to keep it going.
Give him like 2 more minutes.
All right.
All right. Well, I just think
What
about
about
the
the
Big
Big
Bang
Bang?
and what acted upon that, or like what led to this chain of dominoes falling, if you will. Because I mean, we can go to the example of the train card, just a train card, right? But
It's
we all
just a
know it's
logical
much bigger than
it's a
that.
logical contradiction for something to change itself. I can't do something with something I don't have. If I'm potentially can have $100, that doesn't mean I have $100 right now. The only way I can have $100 is if something gives me
Right.
$100. That's the change.
I see. I see. Can I ask you this? Is it
Yeah.
is it kind of similar to how I guess in the Bible there was what it is like it says like God, there was God and like or there was a word and the word was God and the word was with God. Like there was no
No.
separation, and until God made a separation between. Okay, I'm trying
I don't
to.
even.
Uh,
That's one of the worst expositions of that text I ever heard. I've never heard that before, ever.
oh,
That
thanks.
has
Very
nothing to
good.
do with change.
Thank you, brother. Nice.
Do you know what
Just
that
asking a
verse actually
question.
means?
Just asking a question from someone who's obviously more educated than me.
I mean, I might not, just maybe on this topic, but
It's just the way you made it seem, you know.
yeah,
But
on that
anyway.
specific verse, I just never heard that before.
Okay, gotcha.
Do you want to know what that verse means? Or you just
Sure.
asking?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So
Sure.
when it
Yeah.
says in the beginning was the word and the word was with God and the word was God, the word is going to be the second person of the Trinity, which is God. And the word throughout the Bible is what reveals who God is, because when you speak things, you basically reveal who you are as a person, right?
Now, can I
So the
ask you
word,
that
yeah,
separation did not have to happen, right?
there was no
It already
separation. There is
was.
no separation. Those two
So it,
persons are eternally united. So also
it's
the other meaning of that word is also reason or logic. So everything was made through him, and without him, nothing was made that was made. So everything was made through him, i.e., through the reason of the Father, who is the second person, who is Christ. Through him, all things were made, and in the Holy Spirit, all things were perfected, i.e., the love between the Father and the Son. So everything was made through Christ in love, which is the Spirit. So we have the triune action of everything happening.
gotcha. It almost seems, and I know this is just ignorance, right? You'll call it out for ignorance, but it almost seems like an illusion between the separation of consciousness and man, i.e., like the id, the ego, and the superego. But I mean, could be completely off on that as well. But it just seems like there's some similarities there. And I do appreciate you guys having me on. I see the clock ticking down. Appreciate you guys having me on and speaking to me and being patient with my arguments here. Thank y'all for having me on.
All right, bro.
No problem.
Appreciate your time. God bless. Have a great day. All right, let's bring up the next guest. What time we got? We got time for one more. One more. I just want somebody to actually start throwing hands.
It's just a whole bunch of people beating themselves up right now.
Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys? I'm 26.
All right, bro. Christianity is true. Prove us wrong.
I think Christianity is not a monotheist religion, and I can prove that because can you tell me about what you guys believe what Jesus was?
Well, Jesus is the second person of the Trinity who took on flesh, who all things were made through, and through whom all things subsist. And
So
having been,
do you believe that he is God or he's not God?
he's God.
All right. So when Jesus died on the cross, how long after he rose up again? How many hours or days?
I mean, we say he rose on the third day.
So if the world can run without Jesus for 3 days, then why do we need Jesus as God? Like
He still exists.
it doesn't make any sense, because if
He
Jesus
still
was
existed.
God, no, if Jesus was God, the
He
whole
still
universe
existed.
would be. No, if he existed, then how was he buried in the grave?
Okay, so when you die, do you cease existing?
No, when we die, we believe a completely different thing. As a Muslim, we believe is the body died, but the soul doesn't die.
Okay, so you don't cease to exist?
Can you repeat that?
Do you cease to exist when you die?
No.
Okay, so you keep going. Keep
Okay,
doing things.
so my belief and Jesus is there is a contradiction in the Old Testament. Like it says that God cannot be man, and Jesus was man. Jesus was
It
seen by
doesn't say
people.
God can't be man. It doesn't say that anywhere in
Yes,
the
it
Bible.
does say. I can pull up the
Not say
verse
that.
from the Old Testament. Yeah,
You can pull up every single verse you want to in Hosea. You can pull it up in Numbers. Like it doesn't matter. It's not. It doesn't gonna say that. It's not gonna say that. It's just
Yeah,
gonna
it
say
does.
God is not a man that he should lie. Numbers chapter 23, I think, verse 19. And then in
Yes,
Hosea it
exactly.
says God is not a man that changes. So that has to do with his character. Like
Yeah,
none of that
exactly.
has.
You can also
It doesn't mean that he can't become flesh.
You can also go to Exodus 15:3, where it literally says that God is a
God
man
is
of
a man
war.
of war. Yeah, it's not gonna.
Literally
help
says he's a man there. Do you think it's talking
No.
literal, or it's using hyperbolic language?
No, it's in the when it says in the Numbers, in the Old Testament, it literally say like God
But
is
notice how
not.
you ignored my question, right? So Exodus
Yeah, go ahead.
15:3 says that Yahweh, it uses the word Yahweh, is a
Yeah.
man of war.
Yeah. So do you guys? What is Yahweh like? Do you guys believe Yahweh is a God too, or is it
Yahweh is God. Yeah, that's the name of God.
Okay? So what is the difference between Jesus and Yahweh?
You notice how you're still not answering the question.
No, I just want to ask, I just want to know, what is the difference between them, and then I can answer your question,
I mean, Jesus is Yahweh. He's just the person of Yahweh that took on flesh.
Okay. Okay, let's say Jesus is Yahweh, right? So
Still not answering the question, just dodging it completely.
Yeah, go ahead. What was your question?
So Exodus 15:3 says that God is a man of war. Do you think that's literal or hyperbolic?
I think that's hyperbolic because
Right.
if we say there is many example like in the New Testament of how you guys believe that Jesus called himself God, but
Great.
there is not
So
one,
then in Numbers, why do you assume that's literal and not hyperbolic?
because in number it clearly speak to the audience God cannot be a man, it's clearly
Why would he
speak.
randomly say? You think anybody there thought that God was a man walking around with him? Like, have you ever
If
read Numbers?
you Yes, I have read Numbers, and if you
So
go to
why in the
the
world would he just say, "Oh, guys, I'm not a man"? By the way,
but
it
there
has
was no
nothing to do
Jesus
with
in
the
that time.
context.
There was no Jesus in that time. It was Moses' time. So if you go all the way back to Moses' time, and then there is a new verse in the Bible,
Notice how you're not
which
answering his
says,
question. Just
yeah,
what was Jordan's question?
what is your question? That's what I'm saying. No, he's asking the same thing about why would he say in the Numbers? Can you ask your question again? What was it?
I asked, Do you think that God just randomly said, "Oh, guys, I'm not a man," just to prove that he's not a man, a human being? That's what you think he was getting at with that?
Yeah, so God's talking about Balaam and Balak and the prophecy that's happened and what he made promises to Israel. And so he's sitting there saying like, hey, I'm going to defend Israel because, you know, I'm not a liar. I'm going to keep my word. And I'm not a man, by the way. Just so you know, guys know, hey, this is a really good time to just interject that, you know, I don't have the ontology of a man. But let's get back to the whole I'm going to defend Israel thing.
Yeah. So when God was revealing himself to Moses,
that wasn't even in that verse.
But what I'm coming to that point, like the point that you made, I'm coming to that. Like when God was revealing himself to Moses, he wasn't revealing himself as a man, you know. And you know that thing is mentioned in the Bible very clearly that God was coming in the form of like a bushfire or something like that, right? It's in the Bible.
Exodus chapter 3 verses 1 and 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's what the verse you're talking about.
Yeah, so the
that was Jesus
like,
in the bush.
even listen, even in the Judaism like Torah that they have right now, even they believe that Christian is not like a monotheist religion because they believe a
I
man
don't
to be
care.
God.
They could come up here and still get smoked. Like it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Because they have a clear knowledge of the Torah, and you guys are like
everybody else has a bootleg knowledge of the Torah, of the Bible, of God. Christianity has the right, correct doctrine of God and of his scriptures.
I don't believe that because I just can't believe that God.
You don't believe that just because you don't believe that. That's literally what you're saying.
Because
you have no argument against anything.
There is clear evidence of Jesus being like not being God. When that woman told Jesus, call him good, he said, don't call me good, call the Father.
He said, don't call me good. Bro. Look, if you're going to read the Bible, read it in whatever language that you normally speak.
No, I read it in English. You know, I know what I'm
read
talking
it in
about.
English because you're reading it wrong. Just okay.
Tell me.
It doesn't say don't call me good.
Tell me one verse from the Bible where Jesus actually said that he's God and worship him.
Oh,
from the New Testament, by the way, not the Old Testament, New Testament.
Okay, cool. How do you honor God?
By praying to God.
Do you honor him by worshiping him?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And another question, if I say that I'm all powerful, am I claiming to be God?
Yes, you will be claiming to be God, but I have to figure out if it's true or not true. You know?
Is there a way you could pull out John chapter 5 and verse 23?
It'll cost you. John 5. This brings me back. This brings me back to those days. John, will you pull up this verse? John, will you? That was all I did back then. pull up verses. That's all I was good for. All right. John 5 verse 23.
Yeah.
All right. It says, ladies and gentlemen, so that all may honor the Son just as they honor the Father. Whoever does not honor the Son does not honor the Father who sent him.
So if the Father is God, and you said the way that we honor God is by worshiping him, Jesus is telling us to worship him. Now, John, can you scroll back like to verse 19?
Okie dokie. So Jesus replied, truly, truly, I tell you, the Son can do nothing by himself unless he sees the Father doing it. For whatever the Father does, the Son also does.
So Jesus says, whatever God does, I do, meaning that he's all powerful. If God sustains the universe, then Jesus sustains the universe. If God causes, somebody to come into existence, then Jesus causes someone to come into existence. He's claiming to be all powerful. He's claiming to be God. So by very definition, he's calling himself God, and he's saying to worship him in those 3 verses alone.
So if you look at the first, like when it says truly, truly, I tell you, the Son cannot do anything by himself unless he sees the Father doing it, right? So if you see that, like, it shows Jesus, like Jesus is a follower, is a follower of something, is a follower of the Father. And if he wasn't the follower, he would not say like the son cannot do anything by himself, right? So
Hey,
what does
John,
it
can
tell
you
you?
read the next verse?
So listen. Let me talk about
Verse
this first.
20.
The next one.
Yeah.
The Father loves the Son and shows him all he does. And to your
So
amazement,
everything that the Father does, he shows the Son. Therefore,
Yes,
everything that the
exactly,
Son sees the Father do, because the Father's the source of divinity, he's the source of the Trinity. He does the,
exactly. Yeah,
and he can't do it
I
by himself because they're the same God. None of them
yeah,
can do it by themselves.
he cannot do it by himself because he's not capable to do it by himself. That's what
No
it says.
person is capable of doing of the Trinity is capable of doing it by themselves. It doesn't even make sense. They're the
Exactly. So
triune God.
that shows that Jesus doesn't have the divine power that you guys give. Like Jesus was a man,
They
and he
have the
doesn't.
same divine power. Whatever
If they had
he
this,
does,
if they
the
had the
Father
same,
does. So
if they
therefore, he can't do it by himself
if they had the
because
same
it's the
divine
same
power, listen.
unified power.
If they had the same divine powers, then Jesus wouldn't be praying to God and like asking God. Like when he was on the cross, when Jesus was on the cross, he was telling God like, "Why have you forsaken me?" So, like, if they were equal, he would just let himself go from there. You know, like why was he calling to God like, "Why have you
well,
forsaken me?" You know.
this sounds like to me that you know more about what God would do than what God would do. It sounds like you know God's mind better than God himself.
No, I know God's like the God's nature. You know, I know what God's nature is and what God's nature is not. So
How do you
what
know that?
Jesus was, because God is invisible. You know, God is the most powerful
No,
divine.
you're
Like
telling me what it is. I'm asking you, how do you know it?
I know it because it's a belief. You know, like there is
So then
nobody
you
that
don't know
has.
it.
You know, so how do you know Jesus existed? Because it's a belief. If you see something
So,
but with your own,
yeah, that's fine. That's just whataboutism, right? So you don't know it. You don't know what God's nature is. Like
no,
you
I
can't say you know the
believe
mind because like you're saying, why would God do X, Y, and Z? If I was God, I wouldn't do that. Like that's your argument. Like how can you look
it.
into God's mind and say I wouldn't do X, Y, and Z?
No, it's not even about knowing or not knowing, but I believe it. You know, it's a belief.
Right. Well, I
So
don't give
if
a rat's no offense, but I don't give a rat's
no,
butt
no,
what you
no,
believe.
no,
I want
no,
some
no,
validation for
but
why you believe it.
but we have to be rational about like the beliefs that
Then
we
show me
have.
some
And
rationality.
no, I'm showing you from the like the context from the Bible. I haven't even quoted anything from the Quran. You know, because
You said God would not do that. How do you know God would not do that?
it's clearly mentioned in the Bible, in the Torah, in the Quran.
It's
What like
mentioned in the Bible that God's gonna become man.
no, it's not mentioned in the Bible
Yes,
anywhere.
it is.
Show me
Isaiah chapter
where it's
9, verse
mentioned in the
6.
where it's mentioned in the New Testament. Tell me in the New Testament where it says that God can be seen in the form of man. Because the
You
Old
just made
Testament,
the
you know,
claim that the Old Testament never says that God would become a man. That's the one you're using it to compare it to.
yes,
You,
that's I said that in the Old Testament, whereas it
you
clearly
want me
says
to
in the
show you
Old
in the
Testament.
New Testament? You want to make my life
Yes.
easier?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, John, pull up Philippians chapter 2.
Oh,
It's gonna be
base.
verses 6 through
I know
11.
this one. I know this one, bro. We good. We good. I got you, bro. I got you. I got you. I got you. Hold on. Guess. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see.
Can you read it?
Which
Just
one is it?
let's
The
start
first
at
one? Or
start at
second?
verse 1. Just start at verse 1 so we know who we talking about.
All right. Therefore, if you have any, yeah, it's kind of covered by these.
I can zoom in for you, bro. I got you.
Yeah, I can't see the whole thing now. It's out of the screen, you know.
Just right here, bro. Just right here. All right, I'll read it for you. Therefore,
Yeah,
if you
go
have
ahead.
any encouragement in Christ, if any comfort in his love, if any fellowship with the Spirit, if any affection, passion, then make your joy complete and be like-minded and having the same love, being united in the Spirit and purpose. Do nothing out of selfish ambition, empty pride, but humility. Consider others more important than yourself. Each one of you should look not only in your own interests, but also the interests of others. So we're talking about Jesus, which continues in verse 5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. So who's it talking about? Who's it talking about? It's not hard. Right there. Who's it talking about?
What verse is this? What chapter? What verse?
Philippians chapter
I
2.
just need you to tell me what that says right there. Come on, bro. You can do it. I can even
Yeah,
zoom in a little further for you, bro.
that does say Jesus Christ, but
Great. Awesome. All right. Let this mind be in you, which is also in Christ Jesus, who existing in the form of who? Who's that saying?
Yes, in the form of God, yeah.
Oh, dang. Who did not consider equality with God something to grasp, but emptied himself, taking on the form of a servant, being made in human likeness, and being found in the appearance of what? What's that say?
Yeah, he's a man, yeah.
So, did it say that God will
You
become a
see
man?
how he was the form of God.
So there is a let's say this verse you guys take this is like Jesus came in the form of man, right? So everything is in the context, like there is a verse and you can make your own context and somebody else can make their own context, like how they want to take
No,
that
it's
verse,
not.
right? So I can say like I can make an argument that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he came as
In the form of Allah?
no, not in the form of Allah. No, we don't use
No,
those
go
kind of
ahead and
words
say it. No. Go
because
ahead and say it.
he was a messenger. But I
No.
can
No.
also
Say he came in the
listen.
form of Allah.
No. He never came in the form of Allah. No, we don't believe
Why did he not come in the form of Allah? What would that mean?
because he was a human just like Jesus. Just like
Oh,
Jesus, he
so
was a
if you
human.
come in the form of Allah, that means what?
That mean you claim to be God. You cannot be a human if you come in the form of Allah. Yeah.
And with that being said, my friend, I got to kick you out because I got to go to work. But God bless. Have yourself a great day. Jordan, it's been. How can I still hear him? Oh, I thought I kicked the wrong guy. It's been how long since our first live stream?
I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie to you.
3 or 4 years.
And is there still the same argument?
They're not progressing at all. They're not getting any better.
It's the exact
At
same
all.
argument, bro. It has not changed.
I can't even flex any new knowledge. It's just bad. I feel like this, so constricted. If you would just please let me say something new. Good gracious. It's just bad, bro.
It has not updated. It's the same Dawa script. I got to give props to some of the higher up Dawa guys. At least they're trying to introduce some new arguments. But
new arguments that were talked about 2,000 years ago.
Newish, I guess, so to speak. New to us, right? And old to them, new to us. All right, so everybody watching on TikTok, we're going to do a little prayer and plug. If you have any questions for myself or Jordan, we'll be over on, I'm going to say it now, we'll be over on YouTube for the next 5-10 minutes or so, and then we're going to take off for the day. So let's do that real quick. Our Father is in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we also forgive our debtors. Lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. Lord, thank you for all you do. Thank you for these conversations. Thank you for the ability to have these conversations, do it in a safe manner where we can preach the gospel, but not have to worry about our own health. And Lord, just, bro, can you help them out? Draw them in towards you, correct them if they're on the wrong path, but also correct us if we're on the wrong path. Forgive us of our sins, continue to walk with us, never turn your face from us. I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. All right, guys, go follow me on YouTube. We put out content, 2 videos a week. We do 3 to 5 lives a week if you want access to that. We're also adding a podcast on Saturdays. We're not sure if we're going to do that once or twice a month. If you want to have access to that as well, over on YouTube. If you want to support this channel, help it grow, you could do that on Patreon, where we offer a daily Bible study, where we offer access to exclusive content, and we offer access to those hangout sessions or raid sessions if you miss those that we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Help this channel grow. We got to feed Abby. Maybe one day we can pay a guest. That'd be great. Look at Jordan out here just struggling. He needs a new computer, right? So go subscribe to Jordan's channel. What's your channel, Jordan?
Jordan Travis Show.
Spell like how it sounds. All right. Everybody watching on YouTube, we're going to hang out or on TikTok. We're going to hang out on YouTube about 5-10 more minutes. If you got any questions, head over there. If not, God bless. We will see you all on Friday. I need you to explain something for me, because I brought this up with some of my friends and they brought up some contentions. I didn't know how to answer it. So I got a question for you, since I don't have you on live too often. Explain what it means when you say God is existence. But before you do that, just think about that. I just do these super chats real quick. We smoke on the halal. And then Mitzrayim said, send 10 Big John Steel gift and memberships. Thank you again so much, Mitzrayim. And we also did this one by Lord Striker. All right, go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, so when we say that God is existence, we're saying that he's the pure existence, meaning that he's existence in and of itself. The existence that all created existences, depend on. So when we see created things, we think of them in terms of both their nature and their existence. They have a nature, but that doesn't mean that they exist in and of themselves, because if that was the case, then they would always exist, because they just exist. So in created things, there's a distinction, a real distinction between the thing's nature and its existence. Now, the thing that exists eternally has existence in and of itself as its nature, which is God.
But what is existence? That's the question, I think. Like, what is it? When we say
like the definition,
what is the definition of existence?
That's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie to you, because usually people don't really explain what that is. I think Aquinas describes it as like the principle of all act or all actuality. And it's basically what gives things, like, it's just pure actuality. So the fact that something is something, that's one of those harder things to explain.
So existence is like synonymous with being?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you have the thing that is the true being or pure being in and of itself, all other existences and beings have to find their existence from that thing. So when God grants us existence, he grants us an existence according to like our natures, which will be a limited form of existence. God is the unlimited form of existence. Hence why he's all powerful, all good, all anything, because whatever has being has to get its being from the ultimate being or the infinite being, which is why people like Maximus say that God is basically beyond being, because when we usually think of being, we think of created things and things that are giving being, that are given being.
So when we say God is beyond being, then what are we saying God is? Because like if you're saying existence equals being, then I'm not sure why we couldn't say that humanity.
You can say
like
it.
I am existence.
So you're not existence in and of itself. You have existence, because if you were existence, you would always exist, because nothing can give existence.
So I think that's where I'm getting confused, is where do we differentiate something having existence and something being existence?
Yeah. So the way you know that something has existence is because it's nature. Like, you either have something in your nature or you get it from somewhere else. I don't have existence in and of myself because I came into existence at one point. That means I had to have been given it. So any created thing has to have that. Now, there's different ways of dividing existence. Or there's different ways into which you can look at dividing existence. Okay. But when you look at the pure existence, there's no way to actually divide it, because you can't add anything to it. Because if you add something to it, that means that that thing had to have existence in order to be given existence to the other thing. It's not composite, because if it's composite, that means the parts are in potential to the actuality of the whole, which gets into something deeper, meaning that the whole would actually be created or given existence, which means that that can't be pure existence in and of itself. So all the different ways that it can be divided, well, it can't be divided. That's the point that Aquinas gets at. And if you want to look at that deeper, you have to read like his De Ante et Essentia argument. A person that has a good book on that would be Gavin Kerr. And I think it's called like Aquinas's
Gavin Kerr
Proof of God.
Guaranteed way to get a solid nap in. Yeah. Guaranteed way. Read some Gavin.
Now you could look at some of his videos on YouTube and then like see like what he means by that. But basically speaking, we can't divide existence in any way, shape, or form. Hence why the Trinity is not divided. The Trinity is, three persons that have the same exact existence.
Right. So I think where my confusion is coming, because like, if we're going to say that God is existence or equal to existence, but humans possess existence, then it kind of raises the question.
Yeah, we say
what
God is
existence?
pure existence. That's what we're saying. When we say God is existence, when we say existence, we're saying capital E existence, meaning the pure existence, not just existence in and of itself.
But we possess existence. So does that mean we possess God?
We're given existence by that thing that by God, by that existence. So in a way, we're being sustained by God because he's the one that gives us a limited form of existence. So you have pure act, and then you have things that aren't pure act, but are moved or changed or brought into existence, i.e. given a created existence. Because God isn't unlimited existence. He's unlimited existence. So therefore, he's given us that sort of existence. He's creating our existence.
But the word
from
existence, I'm still trying to like understand how we're defining
it just means
that.
being.
Yeah, being. Yeah. So God is being, but we also have being. Like, what is like the differentiating factor between having it, possessing it, and being it?
Because it's not the same type of being. It's a different category of being. So when we look at the category of God, God exists as unlimited being. When you look at us, we exist on a different category that's called created being.
So it's just a different type of being.
Yeah, it's different because his is unlimited, which is not in any form of category. We're in the category because we have different like species. We have different, different things like that.
JJ says, in computer science is relationships is what you want, not has a. Relatability, God is love, not God has love. Do you understand that?
I don't know what computer science has to do with that. Is relationships.
Like one would be.
I guess you just want it to be that thing in and of itself, not given that thing or having something else. Yeah, God he just is his love. Like he is love.
All right, guys. Any more questions for the extremely wise, extremely handsome, extremely tall Jordan Travis?
I only agree with two of those.
Which ones?
I'm not gonna let you know that one. Oh. But I am tall, extremely tall. I agree with that.
Extremely jacked too. Like this guy's benching.
Three things I agree with. Then
350 at least.
Yeah, 350 for a warm up. You gotta get your muscles loose.
I got to meet Jordan once, bro. He was like, I had to look at him like this. I was like, bro, how you so tall, bro? It was crazy. It was crazy how tall he was. When can you do this again?
That's a good question. Do you go live on Saturdays or not?
For you, I could.
I could probably do a Saturday.
So I'd have to book a Saturday specifically to get Jordan on. You couldn't do Friday?
Fridays tend to be kind of busy for me. Like this Friday, I can't do this Friday. Maybe next Friday I could.
Okay. All right. Well,
and it has to be after like a specific time.
What time though? Because like I go.
Yeah, it would probably be in the afternoon. So if you want to do it like earlier, it's gonna have to be like a Saturday.
Okay. Well, we'll have to figure out something. Are we doing raids tomorrow? I don't know. I'm gonna have to text John because we'll see if he's joining. We'll probably do raids tomorrow. Do some side op missions and see how quickly we get kicked out and muted. All right, guys. With that being said, we got to shut it down. I love y'all. God bless. Have yourself a great day.